y'all doing tonight? Yes, indeed, family. Hold up. Let me get my thing straight. I got to the hey family. I'm starting on time tonight. I'm a little bit late, but I'm on time. A little bit on. This is what you call a little bit on time. You know what I mean? Let me be a little bit on time, family. Y'all can hear me? Family, I need everybody to share this out. Tonight is going to be a superb show. You understand what I'm talking about? It's going to be a superb show. Thank you, James, for the Cash App early part of the show. Let me see when that happened. Oh, thank you, James. I just seen that. I was just going to drop the Cash App, and I want to tell everybody. Everybody drop $500. Everybody drop $500 so we can meet our quota. Everybody, $500. Everybody. You know what I mean? You trifling if you drop anything less. well, Umar demonstration. That's right. If you drop anything less, you're trifling. So go on and do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? 500 big ones. Everybody. That's right. Oh, I'm gonna do like Sadetta do. I ain't gonna start the live until you drop 5. That's right. We got to play this thing right. Y'all play. There's a lot of work involved. To get the special guest that I got coming on here tonight, there's a lot of work involved. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? What up, Owens there? This is a lot of work involved. That's right. Y'all playing around here. I got a special guest tonight. Family, is the Black Power movement dead? I need some feedback on this one. Is the Black Power movement dead? Is it? Do anybody know what the Black Power movement is? First and foremost, I would like some people to even put in the chat. I'm gonna watch the chat real quick. But I would like people to even put in the chat, what is the Black Power movement? You know what I mean? Anybody? Huh? What's the Black Power movement? Is it still alive and well? What's going on? What's going on? What up, Jasmine? Is the Black Power movement dead? Family, I need to know. Family, listen. Let me pull up a few things. Family. Listen, man. Listen. We got. What did I have? I just had so much fun around these parts of towns. You know what I mean? I had so much fun around these parts of towns. You know what I mean? But come on, man. Look. Here's a little boy. Right here. He been around all this time and has not produced one iota of something that those who have followed him, look up to him, admire him, a success at anything. This is a disgrace. You hear what I say? Y'all hear what I say? This is a disgrace. At this age, at 19 years old, I was throwing rocks at the jailhouse. I was doing stupid stuff. This guy was in college. Not only was he in college, he was in one of the good, prestigious colleges, Howard University. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Stephen Williams? He was in Howard University. Everybody came out of Howard University. I remember the guy, Marshall on X, he said Howard University ain't nothing but a coon's nest. He said that demonstration is a coon's nest, you know what I mean? And all it produces is coons. Now, I don't know about that part. Now, I'm not sure about that, but I do know that's what he said. Now, with that being said, let's look at some of the people that came out that demonstration. You know what I mean? P. Diddy came out that demonstration. You know, he borderline, he be cooning and crooning. You know he do. Talk about vote or else. Oh, else what? Vote or die. No. What you mean, vote or die? Talking crazy. You know what I mean? Nah, people that came out, them coons. But let's be for real, family. What for real? I mean, can we be honest, family? Since this guy left college, what have he really significantly accomplished besides running in front of cameras, chasing bogus cases, and then chasing or appear to be chasing legitimate cases, but never see it through? We can, family. You can Google this, family. You can Google this guy. And you can Google and put in Google and says cases won by Malik Zulu Shabazz. Send your results to Taharkabey@gmail.com, because I put in the same thing. I ain't got nothing coming up. I got the case where the brother got locked up at the voting registration booth. Anybody familiar with that? I got that case where Shamir, I think his name, I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about? He got locked up. Malik walked away. I got a couple cases where Malik walked away and other people went to jail. I got that. But I ain't got him approaching the bench, talk to the judge. Now, I ain't got him approaching the bench, talking to the judge. Not one time is he approaching the bench, talking to the judge. Not one. Not one. This is pathetic. This is pathetic, family. And people talking about he's stepping down. He ain't never step up. He mean step down. He ain't never step up. All he did was walk around with a bullhorn. Family. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to tell you. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this. Look at Paris. This is Paris doing. Look at him. Who is he? So, family, you know what I mean? Look at Paris. Talking about he's stepping down. From where? He got to step up first. This is some clown stuff here, man. People really buy this stuff. Unbelievable. Man, people let people get up wooden nickels, man, all day, man. Do you know? You know what I mean? Look, somebody said, you reporting on nobodies. I like this guy. You reporting on nobodies when you could be really shining a light on those that really make a change. The Fear of Truth News TV. Listen, I want you to get some mental help. I know who you are. You're not the fear of truth. Nobody fears your truth. I want you to get some a mental evaluation. I'm going to block you in a second because I know you're going to get crazy. Anyway, I want you to get an evaluation. Send a report back. Last time I checked, you were running for president. I know who you are, hiding behind that. Get from behind that little fear of truth thing. I know who you are. So I want you to get a mental evaluation. I'm not going to play these games with you tonight. I don't feel like it. I got a special guest here tonight. And we're going to have a serious conversation. Now, you go back and you play with your Legos, and I might bring you on here to show me how, you can make a army man with Legos. But tonight, I got a special guest. I don't want to see how you make army men with Legos tonight. Not tonight, all right? All right, the fear of truth. I know who you are back there. I don't really want to see that. You know what I mean? I know it's Rico Dukes. I know who you are, Ricky. I know who you are, Rico. Rico, clearly I know who you are. I know who you are. You know what I mean? I know who you are. What you mean I'm not going to get crazy? You already got crazy. I met you crazy. You're crazy. What do you mean you ain't going to get crazy? You can't get what you already got, what you already is, because you already was, so you ain't going to get. I know you ain't going to get because you already is. I'm not going to play with you, man. I already experienced you. You crazy as a June bug. Hey, that's an old saying. That's an old down south saying. Crazy as a June bug. That's an old down south saying. That's like, that boy crazy as a June bug. I bet you can't expose me. I'm not going to expose you. I'm going to clown you right here. I ain't going to let you have no airtime up here. Nope. I'm not going to expose you. There's nothing to expose because no one knows you. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. We know you got your own government. We know you running for president. We know you keep doing your thing, brother. More power to you. I bet you can't expose me. Here I am. Can you expose me? Nope. I sure can't. Dumb as you. And my Uncle Pete used to say. My Uncle Pete used to catch people in the headlights and say, he used to stutter. He stuttered. He said, dumb as you. Hey, there I am. Please, expose me. Expose me. Please, me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Me. Nope. Nope, not today. I'm not exposing you at all, brother. No, sir. I know how crazy he is. Crazy as a June bug. Go on, make another video about me. You should right about. Let me see something. Right about now, you should be making a video about me, calling me a sex offender. Right about now. More power to you. Anyway, family, enough with Rico. Them Ricos are something, man. They expose me, please. You should be going live calling me a sex offender right about now. Anyway, family, you should be saying You should be saying Tariq Nasheed smacked me right about now. Dumb as you. Dumb as you. Look, he went to another account. Don't block me, please. Hey, don't block this account. Don't block. Long as he respectful. Like, he might have took his medicine. He might have taken his medicine tonight. Long as he respectful, he can hang out with us. The fair, true federal government. As long as if he come back, man, don't block him. As long as he respectful. But let me tell you, keep your hand on the trigger. All the mods, keep your hands on the burner. He's subject to go crazy. He's subject to lose his mind at any time. He gonna cuss everybody out. I mean, Zanataji up here. Oh, F-Nanataji. She a part of the United States. Just say anything. So we don't want to do that. All right, family. We gonna get this thing started. But anyway, family, I'm gonna save some of my stuff for my show, man, because man, this is crazy. Oh, let me first say, so listen, do y'all know, was y'all on the show the other night when I did the rant about, let me see if I can find it real quick. Now listen here. I always say that, y'all remember this?
You got some people coming up talking about some damn shit on the internet. What the fuck is OC Gray gonna do? Put it on the show? What the fuck is Taharkabey gonna do about it? Put it on the show? Talk about it? Yeah, this needs to get dealt with. And don't do shit. Well, there's units out there that are designed to do shit about it. So my question is to you again, New Black Panther Party, and this ain't no disrespect to you. This is, I want you to look at this. New Black Panther, I gotta say it again, under Malik Zulu Shabazz. My question is, when y'all knew about this dude, why did you not get in front of this shit? Because now all the commanders is looking like we're boys club now. And
so I want to say this. Maybe I took, and I'm a man of integrity. Maybe I took his statements wrong. I thought I heard what I heard. I went back and listened to it and still believe that I heard what I heard. But a moon reached out to me and said that it wasn't intended for me to receive it the way that I received it. And so I want to officially apologize for my rant in good faith. Y'all know what good faith mean, right? It's like I still hear what I heard, but because He said it wasn't intended like that. He was addressing the new Black Panther Party, not in particular Taharkabey or Moorish World TV, though he did mention my name. So in good faith, I'm going to put it on the table and apologize for my rant. You know what I'm saying? If it offended the brother in any way that is not conducive to correcting these problems that we face in our community. Because if I went over the top, I don't want to go over the top. I want to go right there on the edge. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Moorish World TV got to do more. Then YouTube, step your game up. All right, block them. There you go. Block them. Hurry up. Block them right now. There you go. Block them right now. Gotta go. That's right. Block them. That's right. Gotta go. Gotta block them now. But at the end of the day, let me see what's going on here. Where my dot go? Yeah, go on, block them. Are we still live? What's going on? There we gonna go ahead and block them. I can't see nobody. All right. That's right. Go ahead, block him. He done started already. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that we move right. We move right. You know what I'm saying? So in good faith, you know what I mean? I don't want it to go over the top. So family, y'all ready to get this started, family? Everybody share this. Let me share this to my comrades. I got some comrades out there too. Y'all think it's a game. I got comrades out there. That's right. I'm gonna share this to my comrades. Family, so I wanna ask you the question, is the Black Power movement dead? Is it? Huh? Is the Black Power movement dead? Let me see. Family, I need to know. Is it? I'm sharing this link right now. That mean, is it dead? I don't know, family. So we got some people up on here. That mean, let me see. That's right. What y'all think, family? Is it dead? All right, there we go. All right, here we go. All right. Is the chat moving or the chat then stop? Let me say something. All right. Matter of fact, let me throw. I thought I put let me throw the Cash App in there in case anybody want to support the great work like Mr. James did earlier. Shout out to my bro M. Nugent in the building. Shown from the shot. She might be busy tonight. Yasmin. That's right. Even when you ain't here, you here. That's right. Even if I don't see you. That's right. All right. So y'all ready, family? See, I'm going to have this all set up next time. I'm still learning the controls on this thing. I'm still learning the controls on this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but next week, I'm going to have all this set up and ready to go, and I ain't going to have to do this while the show is running. You know what I'm saying? Black power, yes, but Pan-Africanism is going strong. That sounds good. All right, family, here we go. Jasmine, here we go. All right. Uh-oh, what's this? Uh-oh. Oh, that's one of them new songs I'm working on. Huh? Nah, that's one of them new songs I'm working on. I ain't ready for that. But, yeah.
Where y'all at?
All right, family.
Uh-oh.
All my money is
Let me answer that. Let me tell you.
All right, family. Y'all ready? We got 179 people in the building. That means we need to share this. We need at least 200 people to start this magnificent broadcast. I mean, we need at least 200 people to, we need at least 200 people to start this demonstration. I mean, yeah, we need about 200 people to start this demonstration. We need everybody to share this twice. But y'all ready? Family, this gonna be one for the books, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up any longer. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my kombucha ready. 41 likes. Hey, they treat me bad. They treating the Black Power community bad. They don't even like to see Black Power community streams. Man, y'all got step. Man, where Babu at? Babu. Now, where Babu at? I need Babu up in here. That's right. We need to get that numbers up. We need Babu to say something crazy. Let me see if I can find Babu saying something crazy. That's right. We need Babu up in here. All right. Where Babu? Anybody seen Babu? Somebody call Babu. We need him. They get mad at me. Hey, yo, they be mad. But you need to stop clowning. You need to stop clowning all the time. Won't you grow up? I don't feel like it. I'm busy. I'm busy that day. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's it.
I can't be misogynistic because I used to lay in the bed with her fat ass. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there, you know. So I wasn't misogynistic when I was knocking her down. I wasn't misogynistic when I was knocking her down. But here's the thing:
that you hate women.
Mama, what do you say? What Babu say? What do you say? Hold on, what do you say?
I can't be misogynistic because I used to lay in the bed with her fat ass. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there, you know. So I wasn't misogynistic when I was knocking her down. I wasn't misogynistic when I was knocking her down. But here's the thing:
that you hate women.
I don't know no good. I ain't right. Oh my goodness, I ain't right. We need sensationalism. We got to spice the show up. That's right. We need some sensationalism up in this demonstration. You know what I mean? Let me see what you say one more time, Babu. What do you say, Babu? Let me say what Babu say one more time. What do you say? Let's see what he say one more time.
I can't be misogynistic because I used to lay in the bed with her fat ass. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. You know, so I wasn't misogynistic when I was knocking her down. I wasn't misogynistic when I was knocking her down. But here's the thing:
that you hate women.
Check 1, 2.
Oh my goodness,
It's
man.
time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat. Let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Made Crips, Sonny, Boxing, Apple X, and Sean, Yasmin, and the Queen got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Sin Soon. Anybody they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moore's World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. From Sinetta and Polite and Taharkabey, Malik Zulu Shabazz and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to their knees, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq Allah Nasheed.
Welcome to another edition of Moore's World TV. I'm your host, Brother Taharkabey. Let's get on these frauds next. And let's shut them down. Let's go. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know it's going down. Moore's World TV. Yes, indeed, family. Share this, hit that thumbs up. Let's go. We about to go in. What time is it? Yeah, it's showtime to start right now.
Let's get it.
It's time to start right now. So, family, let me introduce my guest. I got a special guest coming in tonight. Which I think is qualified to speak on the topic tonight. Talking about, is the Black Power movement dead? I think the brother is fully qualified just because what I've seen, I've witnessed him to be second in command of Grandmaster Jay. I witnessed him address Grandmaster Jay's indiscretions. I also witnessed him try to organize coalitions. I witnessed him try to be the mediator between myself, not taking those sides, but myself and those who may have disagreed with me, or those that I may have disagreed with. And what I mean by be the mediator, he came on the show and he always showed poise. He always was respectful. He always expressed his opinion as to how he see things. He never was a yes man. He never agreed on everything. In fact, he was really politically correct in many of the ways that he answered some of the things that, even if he was agreeing, that anybody that was listening, you would tell that he wasn't trying to take sides, but in fact trying to reinforce what needed to be done with the Black Power movement as it relates for those who in the gun clubs and the militias, et cetera, et cetera. So he never just jumped out the window and agreed with myself. You know what I mean? Even if he did, he never literally said it. He always tried to push communication. I think communication is always key. So with that being said, family, I got some hard questions for this brother tonight, family. I want to welcome you. I want to welcome my brother into the building, man. That's right. No other. No other. No other than my man. Desert Eagle. Come on, John. Come on, John. Hey, Desert Eagle, you said John. You remember what you said that day? What did you say about John Fitzgerald Johnson? What did you say? You remember? Hold on. Let me I'll mute you. Okay, go ahead.
I said a number of things in private to my brother.
No, you said John.
I said, fix it, John.
Fix it, John. Did he fix it?
No.
How's John now? Have you written John?
To be honest with you, I started. I failed him the same way I failed Ozone. I'm gonna be honest with it. I wrote him, but I never sent it. Actually, I asked somebody not too long ago about making sure I had the proper address, because regardless of what people think or feel or have an opinion about, there was some likable essence to him. Even though he had his ways. Right. It's like you just take the good with the bad. But for the short time that we built the rapport, and a lot of people didn't understand the nature of me and his relationship. Like, they didn't understand how, we would cuss each other out and we'd be cool. But he appreciated my realness because I spoke truth to power, and he had a liking for me too. So I mean, it was cool, but I was disappointed when he dropped the ball in some of his integrity. So I just couldn't be under his leadership no more. But I did want to write him because I still do believe he's railroaded in this matter. So he deserves a fighting chance, and he deserves the support for those that still,
Do you realize that he's still making videos right now?
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah. So be careful what you're talking about railroad. He's got videos out right now. Unless it's AI, he's got videos right now formulating a new group as we speak. I haven't highlighted it because it's not gaining steam, and I don't want to send people in that direction. But he's literally recruiting for his organization right now.
Well, I know you say you don't want to recruit it. You don't want to give it steam. But when you say new organization, because as far as I know, NFAC is still very much around. I mean, he pretty much transferred the leadership, so it's still very much around.
No, he has a new organization that he's spearheading right now.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
That's right. So I mean, you dealing with the top researchers on the internet right now, bro. Just trust me on this. So don't think that he might not even be locked up. How about that?
I don't know.
But anyway, with that being said, how you doing, Desert Storm? I mean, Desert Eagle.
I'm fine. I'm fine. And I'm gonna say this because
I be saying Desert Storm because every time I do that, you know what I mean? I be trying to poke fun at you. See if you're gonna go out of military what you call it, discipline. You know what I mean?
No, never that.
I need you to go outside. Cuss me out real quick.
Why? It's no point.
No, man, for real. I need you to cuss me out real quick. Show me how tough you are. Go ahead.
Nah, that don't mean that anybody tough. I mean, come on, that Billy Bump a lot stuff. Come on, stop. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't do it. In fact, the dudes that you see doing all of that, I mean, we used to say back in the day, man, you just calling the police on the cool. I mean, that just goes to show how much of a coward you are. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, you got an indifference with me. Let's just go around and get busy knuckles with it. Let's scrape some skin. Let's just go on. Forget all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that loud talking, internet stuff. I mean, come on, man.
So
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is no shot at nobody in particular, but I don't know, man. I'm old school,
right?
So all of that stuff that if it's huff and puff and blow your house down on the internet, that cyber gangster nonsense. I mean, the real ones don't. Like, come on, man, that's fraud.
So if I could, I want to see if I can get you to one time tonight to say, "Come on, Taharkabey. Come on, Taharkabey." You know what I mean?
It all depends. I mean, I'm sure somewhere in the course of the conversation, it's gonna happen.
Hey, I say that to say that all of y'all that disagree with me, you know what I mean? It's for real. I don't take disagreements that serious because it's a conversation that's full of opinions. And you know, if I got to bring facts, then I'm gonna bring screen shares, and that's what it is. But Desert Storm, he does it all the time. If he disagree and I jump out the window, I'm playing too much, he be like, "Come on, Taharka. Come on, Taharka." And I mean, and we move on to the next topic. So I just wanted to underscore that if you decide to come on the platform, man, don't be cussing me out because I'm just going to remove you. We ain't going to get nowhere. But with that being said, brother, I want to ask you, is the Black Power movement dead? That's the standing question. I want to start there. So let me ask you a series of questions before you go on into your commander's tangent. You know, you commanders talk like grand sheiks. We can talk a lot. So before you... Look at the look. So, is the Black Power movement dead? Oh, Cryptonomics in the building. Hey, Crypt, we got one. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. Look at the look. I need to stop being silly. I need to stop playing. Hey, is the Black Power movement dead?
No.
It's not?
No.
Why do you say it's not dead?
Because there are still brothers and sisters actively engaged in the service of their communities. Though a lot of it is not getting the fanfare and attention, they're still out there mobilizing for the greater good of their people.
And let me underscore what I'm saying. When I say the Black Power movement, I'm only speaking about those that jump in front cameras and call themselves militias, gun clubs, and scream Black Power all the time. Because I do know those that are that are Pan-Africans as well as with part of the Black Power movement here in Baltimore, and they're very active, and they're not on the internet. They're not screaming and hooping and hollering the first time a camera pull up either. So I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that we see on the internet that we have become familiar with. The internet Black Power movement, is it dead?
When you say the internet Black Power movement,
I'm talking about the characters that we see always in front of the camera screaming Black Power.
Well, to be honest with you, what I feel, I mean, it's just my opinion. I mean, it doesn't make it right or wrong, you know, true or untrue, but I just see that the necessity for all of that online stuff is gotten to show that it was purposeless, because what happens is nothing moves that way. And what happened, and but a lot of things being played out online. I've made some mistakes online. I mean, I made some mistakes on your very platform online. A lot of us have made in leadership have made mistakes online. And the only thing that does, if that's the only thing that's getting attention, it stifles and muffles all the other real work that's being done that nobody is putting online. Every now and again, you may get an organization that may post some stuff on their isolated page, but it doesn't get the fanfare or the attention like something like your show. Like we've had conversations before some time ago that there was some thought to actually make a show not to rival yours, but I guess you could say in relation to go ahead and broadcast the news that's going on about the different things organizations are doing in order for people to know that, hey, we still out here. No, we may not be on CNN, MSNBC, or whatever, this, that, and the other, but we're out here in the community. We need a platform to broadcast what we're doing.
Well, Babu started that at one time, but his whole fanfare died when he stopped mentioning my name. It did.
I don't,
brother.
I don't know about that.
No.
I know about his posts. I watched his posts, whatever.
Listen,
I like him.
When he mentioned my name, he got a couple hundred views, 1,000 views, whatever. The moment he stopped mentioning my name, so in other words, people need a little bit charisma. They need to put some little effort in. You know what I mean? In fact, you was backstage with me because I said I've never done an interview on this platform, and I said I'm learning this for the first time. But people have to be able to put the work in order to produce a superior show, so people can listen to them and not listen to me, or at least something that is palatable that people want to hear. But these people, man, I don't know, man. If the ambulance ain't there, don't nobody want to talk, seem like it.
Well, see, here's the thing. When you say when the ambulance ain't there, but in the truth of the matter is, see, there's the movement is multifaceted. So, for example, there's an outrage that may bring the 2A element.
Right.
Then there's a same level of outrage for the same incident that may bring a protest element. There's, it may bring about a protest for political element, a protest for we're not going to take this no more element. So there's different facets of this. Every organization does not have the same centralized agenda.
Okay. Let's start there. Let's start with, just like I talk about other people in their organizations as it relates to our people. What is the central organization or movement, and who is the leader of it, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, check this out. There's no one centralized movement. There's no one key figurehead. The issue that is the issue that's going on right now is, as I spoke to one of my fellow brothers, is that at this time, I guess you could say for most of the airwaves, the issues surrounding the new Black Panther Party kind of shroud everything else. Kind of like it's just like when we go to places, there's several organizations there. We have a commonality in the way that we carry ourselves in Black and stuff like that. But everyone there believes or thinks that we're all the Panthers.
Right.
No matter what. You can have people out there with their flags, patches, all kind of stuff, but the people is just Panthers. That's all they think of. And there's nothing disrespectful, so to speak, with that, because the Panthers have such a notoriety in history. There's been no other organization synonymous with the way that we carry ourselves like the Panthers. The Panthers did it with the rifles or this, that, and the other. And now we out there. So, of course, the people are going to think the Panthers are here. So, but what happens is when you have issues that are broadcast to public airwaves, it just kind of makes it seem as though it's uniform or global amongst the entire movement. For example, you ask questions about the movement.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is your main focus has been about Malik's retirement and the ripple effect from it. That's not the movement. That's just one organization.
Right. So what I'm saying is well, this is the thing. The reason why, and I know, in media, we use the central, the one who is getting the attention, in order to underscore what is being said. In other words, Malik has been around longer than all of us. And so he is the topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? He is the topic of discussion because he has 30 years with nothing to show for it. So he is the topic of discussion. Now, when everybody showed up and Malik, you were right beside him when this coalition building, he was right there. He was appearing to be the central authority to bring this coalition together. You know what I mean? I say appearing. I say appearing on camera. Y'all had the camera on. Appearing. He was orchestrating. And you were right there beside him. You know what I mean? And so it would be Malik because he's more known than you. And so, but also you was helping to facilitate it. But because he have been around for so long, it would appear that he is the one to go to.
Okay.
Even so on camera, it comes off like that.
Okay, so I get it. I get it. And see, this is when you're part of it on the inside, you know all the inner workings. And there's nothing wrong with what you've just done because you're looking at it from the outside and you have to make your suppositions. All right. But so let's look at it like this. Let me help you understand it like this. The coalition that you are mentioning, the coalition coming together that you're mentioning that happened in Natchez, Mississippi, correct?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That was the brainchild of my brother Ghazi. Ghazi did that. Ghazi organized it. That was Ghazi's paperwork. I helped him with a few lines in the paperwork, whatever. And pretty much that was his passion. Now, Ghazi's not the one that jumps in front of mics and bullhorns and this, that, and the other. He's like, I'd rather work the work. I don't have to be seen. All right. And I respect that because I'm kind of the same way. It ain't all about all this attention. It's about the purpose. Not the patches, not anything else. It's about the purpose. So he brought that to Malik. Now, Malik is the one that leads rallies and stuff like that. That's his thing. So what he did was just take the information, bullhorn it out, and use that as an opportunity for us all to come together. So that was not under his leadership. He was not the figurehead of it or anything like that. All he was pretty much an announcer of it at the time because he was the megaphone guy. But right. That was Ghazi's thing.
But the
Give
whole
credit
thing,
to Will, that was my brother's thing.
But the whole thing in a nutshell is that because he's so well known, it's going to come across like that to the public regardless. That's how it's going to come off. That's just how it's going to come off. There's no getting around that. But with that being said, did y'all weren't y'all aware that y'all Taco was there signing and were y'all aware at the time that Taco was accused of raping little girls and all of that?
No, I did hear, and I'm gonna be very honest.
You asked me. You gotta know you got your questions ready, Taharka.
Yeah,
I'm serious. He was accused of raping little girls. He was accused of electrocuting people. He was accused of holding people hostage. He was accused of all of these very, very serious offenses. And he went up for a tribunal. Well, he didn't go up for the tribunal. The elders took him up for the tribunal. He basically sidelined the tribunal and went silent for a minute. The next thing you know, he pops up with these coalitions and with y'all. Were y'all aware of this?
Okay. There was conversations about that. Okay. Here's the crazy thing. And I'm going to say this is where the movement as a whole, and I'm going to say this as a whole, fails. I do believe that after a while, there's levels of camaraderie and relationships or whatever that are forged. I don't know, favors are being done for each other and stuff like that, where all of a sudden these issues are kind of overshadowed. For example, I heard, not to the great detail, all I heard initially was that there was some stuff about Taco. All right. I didn't hear nothing gruesome. I never heard no gruesome details. I did hear it was possibly something about some rape. But the only thing that was really broadcast was the fact that there was a tribunal and he wasn't found guilty. That's what I heard. I never ever heard nothing about no gruesome details or anything like that or whatever.
Let me ask you: were you able to see the show that I did on the topic?
On the when the girl, the lady came on?
Yeah.
When the sister came on? Yes, I did.
Okay.
In fact, because you mentioned tacos, now I'm not going to mention the other brother. At the time you was doing that show, I was on a 3-way call with Taco and another brother in the organization, and we was discussing that. And I did ask him, I'm like, yo, because I didn't hear your show because I was on the phone. So I was like, hey man, this chick talking about you. What is this about? And he pretty much said that, you know, just some old get back type of revenge kind of thing or whatever. I don't know what's true. I don't know if she got some issue with him or he's lying. I don't know. I don't have any evidence.
But let's do this. Let's do this. With the tribunal, though, you don't have to have evidence.
I didn't see the tribunal.
No. What I'm saying is, I also did a show where I read about what the tribunal was accusing him of and how he agreed to come forth, but then when the time came, he disappeared. So
I never heard that.
Okay. That's not on you though. But what I'm saying is, what about the guy that was sort of Malik assistant that was accused? I mean, he was actually charged and convicted of child pedophilia.
Now that guy, the first time I heard anything about that is
because I'm asking all of this because this what kills the movement. Where the public cannot have confidence in it. So this what kills the movement. So I want to get all of this hot stuff out the way first.
Here's the thing, all right? The first time I heard about that guy, Ahmad, was when I did that interview with...
Oh, what his name again?
Ahmad. I think his name is Ahmad.
I'm just playing. Ahmad. It's Ahmad.
Come on.
What his name again?
You already know. Come on, stop.
I go ahead.
All right, but the first time I heard about that was when I did the interview with Malik. I never knew anything about it. See, I don't poke my nose in other organizations' business. I don't know about it. That's New Black Panther Party. I'm not.
Bro, you got to stop that though. Hold up. I gotta check you on that one.
You gotta let the talk be finished.
Okay, go ahead.
So listen, when I heard about it, if you got the interview, when I heard about it and the ladies was asking those questions for me to ask Malik, when he gave his response, I told him straight up and down, oh no, brother, you crass. Because I told him this is coming from the women in your organization. Like that's unacceptable for you to give the response that he did. Now, I can't remember the exact verbatim response, but it was unsatisfactory to the kids and the concerns of the woman in the organization at that time. And I'm free to speak about it because it was just that way on the interview. I told him at that moment, bro, you crass. Like that's unacceptable. Like these sisters are having this kind of level of complaint, and they complained about him and the fact that when they brought this stuff up to leadership, it was kind of like a blasé attitude, like nonchalant, like nobody was going to do anything. And at that time during the interview was the first time I ever heard about it. I have not seen that guy since. I haven't, but I didn't know.
Do you know? I got a show coming up soon, where I have a telephone thick type receipts, telephone book thick receipts, where he was trying to take advantage of a sister. He also, this has nothing to do with this, what we're talking about tonight, but he also portrayed himself as a lawyer, took about $4,000 or $5,000 away from her. Malik co-signed it. Oh yeah, this is pretty bad, bro. This is pretty bad. So I got that coming in maybe on Thursday. But the point that I'm making is, why is it for you, and this is a question for you, that I watched you try to help fix some of this stuff, if that's what it was. You know, I watched you did the interview with Malik to try to clear up some of the things that I put on MWtv. I figure, I'm saying that's what it looked like. Although he claimed that it's a tell-all interview, but basically it was supposed to be, seeming to be a response of some of the information I put out, but he never addressed. Rarely did he didn't address anything. Let me just put it like that. So I watched you do that. I watched you help facilitate the coalition. I watched you come on More Shrill TV and give the people another perspective of what it is to be in the Black Power movement. And I think you did. I think you did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you never got out of character. You never flinched, no matter what I asked you. You know, some of them you was like, oh, come on, Taharkabey. But after all of that, you put yourself in that position right there. Why is it that you don't know some of these crazy indiscretions? Because you're taking on a lot of stuff that you don't even know about.
Well, the only thing that I can do is address things as I know it. You know, a lot of times when people first meet you, they're not going to tell you all their dirt. What takes place is, and I'm just going to be honest, there's a lot of whispering, rumors. Hey, you know, Malik, this, right? You know this about our moon. Hey, did you hear about what's up with Taco? Hey, Nick Bezel ain't real. Hey, man, Babu doing this. And I mean, you hear this stuff. And the crazy thing is what I do, I just sit back and analyze. The streets taught me, hey, look, you know, just peep the scene. So when I look at all of these different figureheads or members of organizations, this, that, and the other, we out there with live rounds, and these dudes are talking about each other. I've had three-way phone calls with people dogging out other leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm on the phone, I'm just listening. Because I'm like, if they do this to somebody that they've been in service with and marched with, they're going to do the same damn thing to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening. Now, at no time have I ever treated anybody disrespectful. I've never act like, you know, like, nah, nigga, stay away from me kind of stuff. I never did that because I'm here to serve. And sometimes, you know, you got to be in a situation. I'm not perfect or nothing like that. I've learned from my brothers. I've been corrected by my brothers. But it's like, hey, listen, man, we got to get this together. If we're going to be here and represent for the people, and listen, I know there's a lot of sucker nonsense going on, but let's just go ahead and wash this stuff out if possible. If not, it'll all come out anyway. It'll all come out. You will get exposed somehow or another. It will happen.
So during the time where you was, it appeared that you was becoming Malik Zulu Shabazz sidekick at one time. It did appear. I'm saying appeared. I ain't saying it's true. Was you his sidekick? Let's get that out of the way. Was you the Robin to his Batman?
I'm trying not to cuss on your show. I'm trying not to cuss on your show.
Hey, hold on. That way. Cryptonomics, did it appear that way or not, man? Bro, you was facilitating a lot of, you was doing a lot of what you call it when they do in the media, when they try to fix something, what you call it, man? You know what I'm talking about. You was trying to clean up a lot of images out here, bro.
You call me a PR person?
Yeah, that what you was. That what you was. Bro, you was like that for a whole 9 months. And you couldn't clean this doo-doo up.
All right. Are you done? Are you done? I know you. I'm gonna let you have your peaks and valleys with the nonsense, but
I'm asking, were you his sidekick? How did that come about? Were you trying to fix this bad image?
Hey, hold on. First of all, hell no. Let me explain. The only reason why I was around Malik that much was really two reasons. Number one, the first, I guess you could say, resuscitation to what could be to start a coalition, so to speak. I said it on your show before. There was a meeting. We had a Zoom call meeting. All these different leaders and different organizations and stuff like that had issues with Malik. I didn't even know who the hell Malik was. We had a Zoom call. Malik came on that Zoom call. At the end of that Zoom call, which lasted for about maybe a little bit over an hour, maybe 2 hours. All right. Malik answered every question. every issue. And at the end, it was okay, kind of like, Malik, we rocking with you now. But we rocking with you with conditions. You're under observation, so to speak, to see if this is a new Malik that we're going to be dealing with. Again, that ain't had nothing to do with me. I ain't even know the man, so I'm just listening to everybody else. Now, the first dealing with him was Brunswick, Ahmaud Arbery. And Malik can tell you, even around his people, I told him because I represented.
Don't be scared. In fact.
No, it wasn't in fact.
Oh, all right.
It wasn't in fact. Brunswick was post in fact.
Okay.
All right. So I represented the coalition, so to speak, at that time. And I told him, I said, hey, brother, you under observation. So I stuck close to him to watch his moves to see if the things that they complained about from his alleged character or whatever was still present with him. All right. Brunswick 1, Brunswick 2, Natchez, Mississippi. All of these things was like, you know, me and him built a rapport.
So what was your conclusion? He was a new person?
I don't know the old one.
So how you going to say that you was going to see if he demonstrated
No,
that
wait a
what you
minute.
were told?
Because there was like, you know, they was like, hey, was Malik on this? Did he say that? Watch what he say on the bullhorn and see if he's stirring up things that he ain't gonna back up, whatever. It was kind of like again, observation.
So that's what I'm saying. What was your assessment after that? Because if you're going to observe and you're going by what people were projecting on him because you don't know for sure, what was your conclusion?
The conclusion that I made was the things that they said that he was doing or did, I never saw.
You ain't see him on the blowhorn talking about the cracker.
Hold on, that right there. Now hold on, check this out. I had a conversation with him about that.
Right.
I had a conversation with him about that, and I'm gonna be very honest with him and Babu. In the conversation, and they explained to me, this is the language and the foundation of Khalid Muhammad. And they carrying on that tradition. Like they're like, nah.
So this an act. They don't got their own personality.
No,
that's an act.
It wasn't about personality.
But that's an act, though. If you say this is the language of Dr. Khalid, then you're acting out Dr. Khalid.
What I'm saying is the way
not the concerns of the people. Go ahead, though. My bad.
The way that they conveyed it to me was when the infractions that happened to us happen, and when they go out there and represent, they're going to represent, letting them know that they got no respect for them, like they had no respect for us. I did act. I was like, man, but you know, y'all stirring stuff up, whatever. Both Babu and Malik was like, nah, this is what we do. We're not turning back on. We're not turning down our language. This is what we stand for. This is what we always been about. So that was that.
But do you think like Krystal Muhammad keeps saying the pig, like that is sufficient for 2023 in addressing the atrocities that we are met with by the oppressor? Do you think that that's a practical response? That's your personal opinion, I'm asking.
I mean, to me, it doesn't make no difference to me. I wouldn't do it. I didn't
ask you whether it make a difference. Is it a practical response? You are a practical, logical person.
So is it a practical response? Is it practical for them to call the cops a pig?
I mean, call them kid and say, we gonna goddamn crackers and scream through a bullhorn for 20 minutes behind a picket fence or behind a street or, across the street. Is this practical response to, say, a brother getting his brains blown out?
No.
All right. That's all I want.
In fact, to that point, now, people could say whatever they want, all right? But I have receipts, and plenty of people in various organizations have receipts about my participation to helps and this, that, and the other, with tens of thousands of dollars and time and dime I have given to the movement, so to speak. Rented hotels, cars, help people, all kind of stuff. All right. But I have recently told a number of people that when it comes to that, I no longer want to participate in that.
Okay.
All right. Now, I haven't been around 10 years, 20 years, this, that, and the other. But for me, when I make the assessment of what's the value that I bring to the organization and what I would like to see for our people, I don't see for me being involved with just marching, bullhorning, and wash, rinse, repeat, go there, buy their gas, eat their food, stay in their hotels, and economic ingest into this very same city that did our people wrong is a smart move. So for me, I just don't want to participate in that no more. Though I do feel that for those who want to bring about awareness to a cause that needs attention, this, that, and the other, and for the people, if they require security, yeah, fine. But to just say that I'm going somewhere just to voice outrage, no, I just don't see that as beneficial.
Now y'all went into Mississippi and y'all signed this coalition. How long did that last? Is it still in existence?
Well, in parts.
No. I need to understand. This is an interview here. In part, what do you mean by that? We the public. We just seen y'all go all the way to Mississippi, spent your gas, and you and Malik, y'all
all my money.
Malik, let me answer that. Let me tell you.
Y'all spent all your money helping the less fortunate who couldn't make it. You and Malik, and I want to know what happened with the coalition. Is it what you mean in part? What happened? Is it still in existence? Are you a part of it?
Absolutely. The reason, yeah, very much so. Okay. Very much so. I mean, listen, those are still my brothers and sisters. Although we don't, I guess you could say, link and stuff like that. I may like a post. I'm not a big social media person. I'm just not. I mean, people can look at my social media and say I am very inactive on social media. And I damn sure don't broadcast the moves of the movement on social media. Even while I was a commander for all of Georgia, GMJ would say, put that stuff online. And I told my disobedient, order, whatever I don't care. I told my people, look, he want this stuff up on social media, put it on there, no post, no hashtag, no words, whatever, and take it down in 24 hours. Because I just refuse to do that stuff online. So as far as the coalition, far too many times when we have these mobilizations, it's like we happy while we're together. And as soon as we get apart, it's this unfortunate critical tear down that we have of one another. You know, who came? Did you see this? And man, such and such, this, that, and other. You know, then the gossip starts, and the next thing you know, the kumbaya effect dies very fast. You know, at most, you may get some people liking a post or something like that or whatever, but it's unfortunate that the camaraderie or the spirit of togetherness, whatever that is seen through the optics, is not continuously followed up on. A lot of people fade away, fall off, you know, beef start, gossiping start. It happens.
So look, I gotta ask you this. Since you say you examined Malik Zulu Shabazz, right? And I don't know if
don't get carried away with that.
I got you. Anyway, he act like he was chasing Carl Bryant. You know what I mean? And some of this rhetoric that he spewed for as if he was serving a search warrant. Now, you and I know that there's no way in the world that he can serve a search warrant. You and I know that. We know that's cap. But he marketed it as if he was on a hunt. And no matter where she at, they're going to find her. Now, you know, if they would have grabbed her, that would have been kidnapped, right? But he marketed himself on social media as if that he is going to, and they are going to find her, serve her a search warrant. He went knocking on doors and all of this stuff. Brother, you mean tell me that was a legitimate display of black power? I'm asking you, is that a legitimate display of black power? You know what I mean? Real talk. What you think? Let me see if I can find a video.
There's no answer that I'm going to give you that is going to be sufficient for you, because you've already made it up in your mind. And
I'm asking you. No. Your question is your answer is your answer. I can handle it.
My answer is that was his display of black power. Because when I talked to him about it, and from what I understand about it, there was some legalities within the law, and again, that's not my wheelhouse. I don't know what's true and what's not true, but the way he explained it was there is some level of either civilian power or something within the law, whatever, that he got the right to serve her, this, that, and the other. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know all the inner workings or anything like that. So whatever level of power, or here's my thing.
No. I want to stick there for 1 second. I know
you're asking me about. No,
I'm asking your opinion. I'm asking your opinion because you had mentioned to me. You had mentioned to me on a show when one of the first times you came on the show that you had been. You are fully aware of the criminal justice system. That you had troubled youth sometimes. Periodically coming up. You're not a spring chicken, so I'm asking your opinion from your experience. Is that it's like you're dancing around saying, well, it's not my thing. No, I'm asking you from your opinion from an observer, if not even a participant. Does that make sense that you can serve a woman a warrant, knock on doors, and you don't even have policing powers to even do that? And then he tell you that you can make a citizen's arrest when we know good and well that this guy is capping.
Wait a second. See, this is why.
That's why I'm asking you your opinion as to that fiasco. You think that's legitimate?
The fiasco, honestly, the fiasco was the fact that it yielded no results. All right?
It can't yield results. That's my point.
Wait a
Impossible.
Second. Okay, Taharka.
All right. It's your show. The Desert Eagle. That's my bro. I got him to say it. Taharka. All right, brother, go ahead. I'm not going to cut you off.
When you say black power, a lot of people will say that the black power movement is a number of things. All right. Number one, black power, it could have been to bring about awareness. It could have been about bringing about exposure. Hold on. Listen, Taharka. All right. Again, I don't know. Because you got brothers out there like Mike Payne, you had him. There was a lot of different brothers out there and sisters that was involved in this that are intelligent people. I don't believe that they just got together for a fool's mission.
I do.
Like that. Hold on, wait a minute. I do. There was think tanks and conversations and planning and organization working with the city and all kind of other stuff that went on before that happened.
Listen to this, brother.
So when you say a display of black power, if you mean black power like they were supposed to do something and get victory, whatever, if you mean in that sense, no, but it could have been black power to bring about some attention. I don't know.
Let me say this. This is the problem. This is the problem with these fiasco makeshift black power movements. What you're doing right now, this is the main problem. Because it's like you really don't want to just cut it straight down the middle. Listen to me. Let me finish this. It's like you really don't want to cut it straight down the middle. Now, if you cut it straight down the middle, you and I know that they are not taking this lady into custody. Let's just deal with the reality of it. Hold up. Please don't cut me off. I want to finish my thought about you saying they didn't go on a fool's missions. I'm telling you that they did. Now, was the followers cognizant of the fool's mission? No. Was the leader? Absolutely, because they knew they wasn't going to put their hand on that woman if they found her. And if Malik haven't put his hands on nobody in over 30 years. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to put his hands on a 90-year-old woman with cancer? No, that doesn't make sense. The math don't add up. Now, secondly, for you to say that, well, I don't know. You know that you wouldn't do it. And you being a leader, you wouldn't do it, so you wouldn't lead other people into doing it. Therefore, that should be the conversation for your peer group to say, this is idiotic. We shouldn't be doing this, and there's nowhere in the world we should be displaying this over social media because the outcome is not going to end well, even if it meets the standard of being clowned on social media. It's just not going to end well. Just say you decided to go all out and grab a 90-year-old woman and drag her out of a nursing home. It's still not going to end well.
I'm gonna tell you
So that's
something.
irresponsible. So I need you to slice the pie straight down the middle. Tell me it's crazy.
You know, you got this thing for Malik, and I understand it. I mean,
No, if it wasn't Malik, if it was
Okay,
just
check
a
this out.
regular, if it was anybody, it just don't make sense. Would you grab the 90-year-old lady out of, brother? She wasn't even in Mississippi.
Check this out. Me personally, absolutely not. I wouldn't. In fact, Malik did ask me if I can attend, and I didn't. But he asked me to attend.
Come on, man.
To have some people there, possibly. He didn't know what it was going to be like, the atmosphere. He was like, maybe you and some of your 2A faction can come. And I just really didn't see the necessity for it. And I think it was in the middle of the week or something. Like, I don't know what it was, but I knew it was a short notice and just some of the way I'm like, okay, I wished him well, but I just didn't, it was just too much I didn't know about it. So I just didn't, Now I did go to, what's that, Bowling Green? And I'm going to tell you why I went.
Where did you went?
What was it, Bowling Green?
Yeah. When the police came out?
Yeah,
and
it was everywhere. But,
and they say they knew y'all was coming. Y'all.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, somebody.
This is so funny to me. But go ahead, I'll let you talk.
Yeah, somebody put it out there. They said a sister put it out there, something like that. And I don't know, man. This is stuff.
Man, do you realize that Malik has always advertised with the Europeans? And now that everybody got a camera phone, it's even more prevalent that y'all can't keep no secrets. They like the show.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, Malik does that, and him and I have had knockdown dragouts about the necessity of always wanting to put a goddamn flyer for everything. It pisses me off.
Come on, man.
Yes, I do not believe in telegraphing your punches like that, especially if you're talking about you are engaged with war with the enemy. Yes, I was absolutely, it sickens me. It pisses me off. And it's not just Malik. A lot of these guys like to keep on telegraphing their punches and wonder why they're ineffective. Damn. I'm sorry, man. It just really gets on my last nerve. But the reason why I went to Bowling Green, like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's no different from that or trying to serve a warrant. So you may say, well, why did you go to that? I remember I was I think I was home and I watched that movie Till, and that was the first time I understood that his mother wanted Carolyn Bryan. So like when you watch that movie, I was like, damn. And at that time, that's when I was suffering from diabetes and all kind of stuff. I was hurting, neuropathy, whatever. I told my people, I said, you know what? I didn't know Carolyn Bryan. I didn't know his mother was so adamant about wanting this woman for justice. So I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I know I'm hurting. I know I'm not well, but I just want to go and just support the spirit of his mom. That's the first time I engaged in protest.
Right.
I went there. I'm like, you know what? I'm standing here to let that mother know I support you, sister, in wanting this woman to get justice. Now, I know they ain't going to bring this woman out. They had too many police there protecting her. I knew that. But the only thing that was important to me was just being counted amongst the ancestors, especially her, to let her know, justice for your son, sister, I support you, even though she's not here.
But do you realize I did a whole presentation and I showed everybody that it appears to me that Malik was promoting the movie Till as he acted as if he was on a manhunt for her. And I'll send you the video. Every piece of evidence is circumstantial, of course. But every piece of evidence, it appears that this movie was coming out. And 6 to 8 months before the movie, Malik began to rev up that he want to find this lady. Now let's remember that Malik been around 30 years, and there's not one time in history that he amp up to go get this lady. This lady been around, she's 90 some years old. Why is it 6 to 8 months before a movie is going to drop that he's putting all of this fanfare around catching this 89, 90-year-old lady? And I'm telling you, it all seemed to tie into that there's somebody who distributed a check and made this thing something popular on social media. It reminds me of the sister that was arguing with her boyfriend or her children's father that didn't buy the McDonald's for the other children. Anybody remember that? It was a TikTok, and he says he's feeding his children, and he dropped the McDonald's to his children, but didn't buy her other children anything. And the TikTok went viral, and she was arguing and cussing him out. What about the other children? He said, "I'm feeding my children." Come to find out that the TikTok was actually by professional TikTokers, and it was a controlled situation to market McDonald's. I say that all to say that you never know who you're dealing with. But when you look closely, all of these years that he been around, and he did not make one attempt to find this lady until 6 to 8 months until a movie is about to drop, that is suspect. And in the presentation that I did, it will show that there is more connections than I'm just saying that. And so the point that I'm making with that, how are we so easily fooled? How are we so easily fooled with those who claim to represent us? I don't believe that he represent us. I don't believe that. I believe he represent himself. I don't believe he represent Black Power. I believe he represents himself. But how are you able to sideline that and say, well, hey, I just want to see us to move forward? How can you move forward with these type of suspicious moves?
All right. When it comes to Carolyn Bryant, as far as what I knew, even at the time of Bowling Green and stuff like that or whatever, Bowling Green and what is known as the fiasco of the warrant serving, and those two incidents, they got a lot of attention. But what did not get a lot of attention from what I know and what others know, that there was a lot of stuff going on in Mississippi. So it may appear, and it's fine, and that's fine because of timing and stuff like that. It may appear though, okay, this is a rushed thing because of the movie, cut a check or whatever, and you're trying to bring some fanfare, this, that, and the other. But what about all the other stuff that was also going on in Mississippi? Legitimate things that was going on in courthouses, all the trips that was being done in Mississippi, not Natchez, but for the case, for the family. See, the family had hired Malik for this. All right. So I don't know all the details. I don't know. I'm not a court reporter, nothing like that or whatever. I'm not but I do know that there was a number of trips to Mississippi all the time while all this other stuff was going on as well. It's just that Bowling Green and the warrant serving got the most attention.
But let me ask you a question.
All the other steps that was going on for the legal matter dealing with Carolyn Bryant and the family and the judicial system and the sheriff's departments and the investigations, whatever, none of that got the attention to be.
Let me ask you a question. With all of this courthouse stuff that you're talking about, what became of it? You know that part. Now tell us what became of it.
I don't know. I didn't follow it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Many of the things that is attached to Malik Zulu Shabazz's name, nothing ever becomes of it. Nothing. And the people believe that this person is representing them and going to represent them and help get them some sort of justice. It never happens. It's the same thing that happened when they went out into They went out there. Was that Mississippi where the brother got shot at by the Europeans, the UPS brother? I mean, the FedEx brother. They went out there. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They go out there claiming to represent this brother, and at the end of the day, when the cameras leave, they leave, and nothing else ever happened. And then you say, well, it was so many other things going on, but no. Nothing. There is never. Hold on. There is never any resolution that you can be proud of, no matter who hired these people, no matter who called them to action. There is never a resolution that you can be proud of. So you tell me about, say, yeah, there was other things going on. They was at the courthouse. There was other things going on that didn't get any light. So I'm asking you, well, what became of all that? And you say, I don't know. So why even mention it?
So check this out. This is what I, like I said, the whole wash, rinse, repeat. And this is why, like I said, I'm not dealing with any of that anymore. And I'm just going to be transparent. From what I understand, and I didn't get this from Malik, but when it comes to these matters, okay, it's pretty much a few steps. It's demonstration, litigation, compensation. From what I understand, even like the Ben Crumps and stuff like that, there is no going to court for sometimes you may get some type of criminal thing, whatever, but it always comes down to compensation for the family.
Let me say this.
Oh, wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, I like that you say Ben Crump. I like that.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. And from what I understand, I may not get it all the way right, but from what I understand, and this has nothing to do with the Black Power movement.
Right.
But from what I understand, when these things happen, the demonstration, litigation, compensation, and it's usually done settled out of court.
Okay.
That's why you hear initially all the stuff, then all of a sudden, like, whatever happened to that case?
No. We can look at Ben Crump and find out what was settled. We can't find anything about Malik Zulu Shabazz, so we can't use that standard. Now, which it sounds good in theory. It actually sounds good because let me say this. It also sounds good. Let me say this. It also sounds good to be a great practice. And we can use that for Ben Crump. But we can Google Ben Crump W's. We can Google Ben Crump W's. We can't Google Malik Zulu Shabazz W's. So that doesn't fly here. We can't Google 30 years, we can't Google one W. You got one?
Listen, I'm gonna be.
Can you Google a W? Google real quick. Look on your phone. You got one of them big high dollar phones. Look it up.
I'm not doing all
cases
that,
won by.
Listen.
No, we about to move from him real quick because we got more stuff to cover. But I wanted to ask you 30 years and not one W that we can pull up.
Listen, I'm gonna be very honest with you.
The W.
Hold on.
Let me stop.
Relax your soul, man. Damn. Look, the bottom line is if it is true, okay, because I don't know, I ain't researched the man, I ain't hiring him as a lawyer, I don't need him for a lawyer for nothing. But if what you're saying is true, and I want to touch on that.
Let me. Somebody paid said we can Google Ben Crump L's. Yep, we can Google his L's too. Right. That's right. You can't Google nothing on Malik. Thank you, Paige.
Listen, and this fits in. Like I told you, I want to do something on your show tonight, and this all fits in. If it is true that Malik has a record as an attorney, all right, and there is not one victory on his record, yes, if that is true, that is shameful. That is.
Would you hire him?
if that's his record, hell no. Why would I? I mean, if that's his record, I don't know what his record is.
All my money.
Let me answer that.
Let
me tell you. I don't know the man in that capacity. His lawyers and all. I don't know him like that.
Bro, but y'all running around with guns in the streets, screaming Black Power. Y'all could be attacked at any moment. You could check. Look what happened with Ozone. Look what happened to Ozone. There is no competent attorney within y'all circle that can defend your rights. Are you serious? And you say I don't know him like that. This is supposed to be.
No. See, Target. That's the thing. A lot of times you say things with these grand suppositions that are not true. Let me tell you something. During the time of NFAC, you know what NFAC did? NFAC brought out a lot of people who were like the who's who was like who to know. And I'm going to be very, no names, of course, but there are people that were, I guess you could say, attached to the movement that were, that gravitated toward it, who were very influential, that could have.
bro. They found out it was fraud. They gone. This is a new day. We in 2023.
Hold on.
Where they at now?
When you know where they are? A lot of them, they just, it's almost like
they chilling. They ain't got time for this fraud mess. That's where they at.
See, and God damn it, let's just get to it. You're right. You're right.
They don't got time for this mess.
Hold on. Let's just do it, bro. Let's just do it. Let's just scrape the skin, man. Let's
All right, the floor is yours. I ain't gonna cut you off no more. The floor.
You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I say this open-throatedly with no shame or nothing like that. I ain't hiding. I will go on record and say the movement in itself, I'm not going to say had, I'm going to say has very good quality individuals. What the movement lacked was a universal, I guess you could say, order. You know, one of the things is we called ourselves militia. And I said it one time on your show that I haven't seen demonstration of militia in no group. None. Not even in the one that I was in. In order to be militia, you must govern yourselves like a military. And the problem that we had inundated across, and this is one of the reasons why I did respect GMJ, because he had a sore disdain for civilian thinking. And I'm not saying this to disrespect any civilians that was part of the work or anything like that, but when you're trying to build a militia and you want to move as a military, you don't need civilian thinking attitudes. People want to form committees and have meetings and votes and don't want to exercise. I mean, it was a across the board in many ways. It was a, no disrespect to your show, but it was a shit show. All right. But the movement had good quality people in it still. I mean, it needed to be filtered. It didn't really have a set standard of operation. And that's why in every...
Hold up. I got what movement had good quality people? You talking about NFAC?
No, not just... See, that's the thing. NFAC was
What movement are you talking about? You talking about as a collective?
As a collective, yes.
Okay. But you don't know these people. You don't even know Malik, and you don't know these people.
No.
How you know they're good quality people?
I mean, it's almost like the people that showed up, the people that was dedicated, the people that was willing to work the work. You got to start somewhere. Nobody's coming to the.
Listen to what you listen to the words you're using.
You want it done right away. It's a work.
No. Listen, the word that you're using. You're saying good quality people, but you don't know these people.
Hold on, stop.
Let me tell you something about the military. You've been in the military, right?
What do I mean by that? Before you tell me, I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
What do I mean by that? Since you want to cut me off and tell me what do I mean by that?
When you say good quality people, I'm looking at people with capabilities to complete the mission, whatever that mission may be. That's what I'm looking at. Now, what is your interpretation of that?
That very thing. And guess what, Taharka? Being on the inside, don't you think I can see that?
So I'm asking you this. You said you didn't even know Malik Zulu Shabazz. So you're talking about around the movement with all these different groups.
I didn't know him personally.
They got good quality people.
I didn't know
him. Is
Malik
Malik good quality people?
That's what?
Is Malik Zulu Shabazz good quality people?
I mean, I say, yeah, as a person, I don't have nothing against them.
I'm not talking about as a person. I'm talking about as a professional in a coalition for the Black Power movement as it relates to militancy and moving and fighting oppression. Is he what you just described?
I believe he has some things to work on, but
that ain't what I asked you.
I mean, you want absolution.
No. I'm asking you. Listen.
He's a good dude.
Listen. I get that. You're speaking from a person. Listen, brother. You run a business, right? Aren't you a businessman? You're a businessman. Yes. So this is why I can't play with you. This is one of the reasons I can't play with you, because here it is. As a businessman, you may like somebody as a person, But is that person good for your business and your bottom line becomes the main, that becomes the main question. Sometimes you have to let go people that you actually like because it's not good for the business. So what I'm saying about Malik's, you don't see that?
No.
You never had to let go somebody that you liked before. If you ain't been in business long then, and I know you've been in business for quite some time.
I've been in 21 years.
So you already know sometimes you gotta let go people that you don't like, and it has nothing to do with you liking them. You don't like to let them go, but you have to. So I'm asking you. You say you're a good quality person. Is Malik a good quality person for the mission?
For the mission, what mission?
You don't even, ain't no mission then. All right, show over. That's it.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Show over. Ain't no mission. Ain't no mission. Show over.
I was messing with you just then. I will say this. And let me say this. People don't understand, not real often, but myself and Taharka, it's just like with GMJ. People may not understand our back and forth, because they don't understand the rapport that we have outside of this YouTube. So they don't understand this going this. So, you know, and I'm gonna say this, and I want everybody to hear this. All right. I will personally, first class round trip, pay for Cryptonomics to come to Atlanta.
What you bet now? We ain't got them. Bro.
Now I'm gonna move on. But let's just say,
how that come in?
Hold on.
If Crip coming, I'm coming. We jumping you now. How about that?
Let's do it. Hands are hardware.
Nah.
Shit.
Anyway, no man. Anyway, listen.
Anyway,
what's the mission?
Hold on. I'm gonna say this right quick. I totally understand and respect. I've seen some of the videos. I understand the analysis, the breakdown. I can understand wholeheartedly the dissatisfactions that somebody may come to when it comes to Malik. All right. Prior to ever knowing you within the movement, both within the New Black Panther Party and those outside of the party that was still within the movement, had issues with Malik.
Right.
What I'm saying is, for what I've observed, whatever kind of F-boy people said he was and the things that I myself never witnessed that. And hold on, stop. And the things that I did see him do on only the few instances that I was around him was stellar and exemplary of leadership as to his people.
But that's not what I'm asking you.
Hold on, wait. So when you say the movement, because that's not what I'm asking you. For the movement,
brother,
as a leader, hold on, stop. Listen to Harker.
All right, go ahead.
When I look at it as a leader, now as far as how he may go about the overall mission and stuff like that, there may be some things that need to be desired. But when I say the way he moved as a leader, the way his people respected him, the way he facilitated things, whatever, that's what I was looking at.
But listen, this is not what we're talking about.
Because
we're talking about the mission.
The overall movement.
We're talking about the mission.
Those people to move and galvanize.
That's
to be respected.
Listen. Jim Jones got people to move and galvanize. David Koresh got people to move and galvanize. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's deal with the mission first.
I can tell you, I see Malik feed 100 nuns. You still gonna have a problem.
I'm asking you, what is the mission?
Okay, for him.
No, he's in the New Black Panther Party. If this is a movement, you say you met a lot of good quality people in the movement. What is the mission for the movement?
The movement is the movement in a nutshell. Can I put it in a sentence? I don't know. It's more like a few sentences, but the overall mission of the movement is to be there as a service. Stop the silly shit. All right. The overall mission of the movement is to be there for our people as a service. Implement services, implement helps, implement a resuscitation into our qualities and values as a people.
Hold up, what you read?
I'm not reading anything.
All right, now I'm just joking. That was a joke. Go ahead.
Come on, man. No, that's what it's all about, is protection. The problem that we have is there has been no consistency in anything that we've done.
What have y'all protected? What have Malik protected?
See, when you look at you,
Okay, let's go with Babu. I like Babu. I like Babu. I like Babu. Babu, my guy. He don't like me, but I like Babu. You know why I like Babu? Because the first time I ever seen Babu, he was training young people in self-defense. And I've always been one who say to, if y'all want to build a movement, go get the young people. The same thing I say in the More Science Temple of America. Get fresh ears, get fresh minds. Go to these old beer drinking, blunt smoking people. They ain't gonna do nothing but try to see if they still got it with the sisters. That's it. And talk stuff. But Babu, let's take Babu for example. I like Babu. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not going to pit you against him. You know what I mean? We had our differences, but I like Babu. But now, let's take Babu for example. When you look at somebody like Babu, from what you know of him, would he be one that could be sufficient in maybe, even in the aspect of training, forget all the other stuff, even in the aspects of training, would he be one that you would approve of, rubber stamp, as a leader of his group or any other group? Yes or no?
Yes, with conditions.
Okay. You say yes with conditions, and you probably, if I could take a stab at it, as long as he don't jump out the window and get so emotional on the internet, I think he would be fine. I think he would be fine.
No,
I don't know. I don't know him behind the scenes, but I know that he's really emotional when he disagrees with somebody. However, I've seen him at work in video, and I think he do a good job with that. Now, when you look at Malik Zulu Shabazz, and then we're gonna move on from here. Malik ain't got no training going on, bro. Do you remember Malik with the gun? With the gun. Wasn't you there when he had the gun?
No, I wasn't there.
But you seen the gun in the picture.
Yeah. Now, remember, that gun question came up during the interview that I had with him. And I think I remember him saying, and I don't want to get it wrong, but I believe he said that not only was it a real gun, but it was inspected by, I think he said Babu or somebody else of notoriety name, that inspected his weapon personally, and they, checked the chamber and everything, whatever, to show that it was a legitimate weapon at the time.
Right.
So so he said that came up, that question came up. Somebody told me to ask it, and I asked that question, and that was his response.
Right.
Now, back to Babu, the reason why I say conditions. I talked to a brother, and respectfully, I'm not going to say his name, and he said that when it comes to the new Black Panther Party, new leadership, the chairman, he recommended Babu. I told him what my issues was, not against Babu, but in a military reason why, and I'm going to allude to that in a second. But he did make a point when he said that Babu, because of Babu's respects, notoriety, work in the game, all that, whatever, he said Babu will be the best person to kind of centralize the movement. New Black Panther Party has this, it appears as though there's been a lot of splinters from that, and a lot of these other organizations with people who used to be part of the party, and with Babu being the chairman, he could kind of galvanize the movement, that whole coalition vibe could finally happen under him. And when this individual told me that, I saw that. I was like, yeah, okay, I could see that. But my thing was, I'm a military man. All right. If a captain of a company retired of their own volition and gave up their rank, they would not be able to again come back.
Newsflash. My sister Nandy say Babu Omawali is fake. Okay, that's it. He's fake. He's out. My sister Nandy said he's fake. He's out. That's it.
That man ain't fake. Show respect.
My sister Nandy, she say he fake. He fake. That's it.
Yes.
All right, but go ahead. Finish your thought.
You and your chat children. Jesus.
Man, you better hold up now. Hold up now.
I call it like I see it.
Finish. Go ahead. Finish up.
Anyways, so again, just thinking in the military aspect, a captain would not be able to come back and all of a sudden be in the role of a colonel. And I only say that in relation to, there's no disrespect to the gun club or whatever, but from what I understand, New Black Panther Party is more national, and his gun club is not as big. So if you gave up the ranking for that, and this is no disrespect to Babu, again, this is just analysis of the military rank and file. You would not be able to retire like that and then say, okay, I want to come back. Let me get that colonel spot. It just wouldn't happen that way.
Right.
Not to say that he could not still be effective, but from the way I look at it,
I think he just needs to stop being so emotional, though.
I mean, that's
you can't be militant and emotional at the same time. You can't be triggered by a YouTube video. That's pretty bad.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. And if this was, people that come on your platform get a lot of heat because they go by monikers or whatever, this, that, and the other, whatever. Right. But okay, just listen to me. But you have individuals that you have as mods representing your channel going on. Now, as a man, regardless, Desert Eagle, Dean Johnson, whatever, as a man, there's certain things I just don't tolerate. I just don't.
So would you go cuss out the screen?
Out of that drawer on the right side of his face. I just don't.
You gonna cuss out the screen? That what you gonna do?
I'm not gonna cuss out the screen. I made an invitation.
We don't want to imitate. We don't accept. Let's move on.
Yeah. But here's my thing. All right. So that's when it comes to Babu. I respect Babu. I like Babu. Babu's real deal.
Right.
And I do believe he could galvanize.
Why don't you be the leader
of New Black Panther Party? Absolutely not.
I you know what? I want you.
No.
I want you and General Ghazi to put your name in the hat. That's it.
No. and let me listen.
We demand that you and General Ghazi put your name in the hat.
I don't care.
The public is spoken.
I have been requested. I've had talks.
Or Talib. That's my bro too. Or Talib.
Don't mention that microwave Twinkie on this.
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
That nigga's Taharkabey. All right.
Bro. Talib, my man. For real. I'm laughing, but I told you.
Listen, we're gonna mention real ones. We're gonna mention real ones.
Listen,
all right, we're gonna make
even when he was beefing, even when Ghazi did his little pull up, and when Ghazi wanted to see him, Ghazi my man too. Ghazi my man, 50 grand. You know what I'm saying? And you my man, 50 grand. Even though we don't agree on much, you my man, 50 grand. But to leave my man 50 grand too, even though y'all don't agree with him. So I say y'all three need to put your head, put it in the hat.
No, put it in the ring and let's get it on.
Why you so aggressive, man?
Hold on, no, it's not that. See, again, remember that man on your platform said, "I'm gonna smack the shit out of Desert Eagle on the world stage." I want to see that. I want to see that.
Nah, man, he a changed man now. He don't want smack. You got baby take care. You got a wife, and he chilling, man. He ain't got time for that. He trying to serve the people.
Now you and I both had a conversation after that. And even AJ tried to reach out to me for that, and I was like, nah, that man got real disrespectful, called me all kind of B's, saying I suck this. And you got to see me. I don't care if you got to see me. There's no conference call. There's no conversation. As men, that right there denotes ass whooping.
Let's get back serious real quick because I want to make sure we get brother.
Don't mention that. Don't mention that.
Look. Let's get back serious real quick. And so I joke a lot. If you're not used to the platform family, I do joke a lot. But this is a serious conversation. This is a very serious conversation.
You do.
No, I'm talking to everybody. You know what I mean? This is a serious conversation because there's not a time that we didn't have people in our community, in particular men, that would ultimately try to defend, protect, and make sure the community is covered in some way, whether they were Black Panther or whether they were just people that was neighbors. If they had to get together to protect the community, we always had that going on. And it seemed like the Black Panther Party was that organized effort to make sure that the community get taken care of, get looked out for, and be protected until that was broke up. And then we got the new Black Panther Party would come in and try to duplicate that. And I think they failed horribly. I think even with my brother, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, I love me some Dr. Khalid Muhammad, but I think the rhetoric overpowered the actual work that needed to be done. That's just my assessment. I love Dr. Khalid, but I think the rhetoric overpowered was more, the rhetoric was more, it gained more attention as opposed to the work that needed to be done into the communities. And so that's my critique. And since Dr. Khalid, it seems to be that just a cesspool of rhetoric and not action taken that benefits the community. And so I bring Desert Eagle on here with the conversation, is the Black Power movement dead? One of the reasons that I underscore Malik Zulu Shabazz so much, because he has been the face of what the public would consider to be the Black Power movement until Grandmaster Jay came along and was able to galvanize hundreds of people to put on boots and go around the country protesting. Before him, Malik had, he was the face. I even at one point thought he was legitimately moving on the causes of our people, which I'm not of that belief anymore. So the standing question is the Black Power movement dead? And now I want to move to the second phase of this. If the Black Power movement isn't dead, what is the Black Power movement? And I'm gonna yield. What is the Black Power movement? What is it according to Desert Eagle? What is it?
Well, the Black Power movement, I mean, there's not a flat answer for that. I mean, it's a multitude of facets. The Black Power movement is awareness. The Black Power movement is care. The Black Power movement is political. The Black Power movement is radical. The Black Power movement is security. It's a number of facets depending on the passions of the person that you ask. Even within the movement, so to speak, there is different ideologies as to what is important to do for the people. You have people who are 2A, but in their heart, they're political. They will stand with the rifles and stuff and say, okay, we need to defend, but their passion is more so, we need to get these laws changed. There are those who want to have, as the church world will say, a ministry of helps. Our people are suffering, like the Sisters of Underground, the sisters, they want to, the rescue, the rescue, the domestic violence and stuff like that or whatever. So the passions are diverse. So there's no real micro answer.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
You think, in other words, whatever best services our people, that's the movement.
Let me ask you a question. Is it safe to say that the Black Power movement is an ambiguous ideal that has yet to come together with a central unified plan? Because it sounds like if I asked you what the Black Power movement is, and if it's supposed to be a movement, that means everything moving towards the same goal. That's what I see a movement as. You know what I mean? Say like the Palestinian, the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. They are a movement. You know what I'm saying? And they've been moving since the European Jews came into the Gaza Strip and tried to push them out. You know what I mean? They've been moving. So I'm asking, when we say Black Power movement, we don't see no central authority. We don't see no central figurehead to call the shots or call the play of which way the movement is going. We don't see any of that. It's just like a bunch of group of people saying Black Power with no agenda. So is it safe to say that the Black Power movement is not a movement at all?
No, it's not safe to say that. Because if you say that, then that's disrespectful to hold on.
It's a question.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You can't say that, because all of these different movements in their communities and their, bridging states and stuff like that, whatever they do for their communities, all of it all of it is movement. Okay, again, whether you're rescuing somebody, whether you're defending somebody, whether you're feeding somebody, whether you're marching for somebody, whether you're bringing awareness to somebody's cause, all of it is part of the movement because all of it affects our people. Now, I do understand what you're saying because it seems like a lot of different splintered parts just moving, all right? But it seems like it needs to be all somehow or another under one umbrella. Well, at this time, it just seems as though we're so broken and so fractured that any element of service being done is beneficial no matter what.
Let me clarify. I don't think it need to be under one umbrella. But if one group could tell me their actual blueprint about where they're going, what they're doing, and why should the people support. So, for instance, are you a part of a coalition, or organization, or outfit that's a part of the Black Power movement?
Yes.
What is your mission?
The mission right now. Well,
you're a commander. You're a commander.
No.
What are you?
Not in this coalition.
General.
Not in this coalition. Let me.
What's your title first? Let's get there. What's your title? I need your title. Doctor. There's a storm. General what? I'm gonna give you a title. I gave Delta a title. He's been a general ever since.
You can't tell.
I can give you a title. Once I say it, that's it. You know, Delta was not a general until I made him a general here on MWtv. And he started calling himself General Delta. I made him a general. Then if you ain't got no title, I can make some moves and get you one. Do you need one?
I have a title, but you asked me about the coalition that I'm a part of.
But all right, go ahead, come on.
The coalition. Shout out to George Jackson. I'm gonna tell you something, Gazi. That's a good brother right there, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. You know, I agree with that.
Gazi really is making some real moves. And I appreciate that brother because he's been solid since day one. I mean, he has a true passion. He studies the history. He talks to the old folks, and I mean, his concerns about doing it and doing it right. He pays attention. He reads the tea leaves. He's the kind of person that really sits back and analyzes everything that's going on and really takes the dedicated time to create a framework so we can do it better.
I'm sitting there I'm laughing at the chat, man. Terrell Bay say 50 grand, this your guy. Oh, you like that people can speak well. Oh, okay. Let me say this to Terrell Bay if that was for me. Listen, I like people with their own opinions. I like people with their own mind. They don't have to agree with me for me to like them. In fact, we can intellectually battle for hours. And if I like something about you and I think you're being real to who you are, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. So, with that being said, man, this is pretty bad though. This is pretty bad, bro. It seems I want to know your mission.
You know what my mission is?
Yeah.
Honestly, my mission is to want to be. I'm a thinker. I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter. See, people. For those who don't know my history, I came into this thing showing being resourceful. All right, I can make a lot of things happen, and I'm real with it. I am a businessman. Yes, I conduct and live my life differently, but trust me, I'm very versatile, so to speak. So I'm a very resourceful person.
Let me ask you this: Did you go see Grandmaster Jay while he was in jail?
No.
Did you go see Spite while he was in jail?
No.
Did you go see Ozone while he was in jail?
No. And like I said,
no. You said you dropped the ball, but I want to just get to my next question. Yeah. Why it seems like when these people that's supposed to be a part of these this movement, that when it appeared to be that they hung out to dry, that they left alone. Would that encourage somebody to try to join something like this?
Taharka, let me tell you something. The stuff that you're saying right now, and quiet is kept, you know, I've talked to different brothers and a couple of sisters about some of the stuff that's on your platform. And the truth of the matter is, man, you bring about a certain level of conviction that cannot be denied. And you're right. I'm not going to sit here and try to act like, oh, because it's Taharka, I'm going to just, no, let truth prevail. And what you're saying, yes, it's a conviction on all of us. Every last one of us who are out there, ozone, this, that, and the other. Like I said, I told you on your, I had a 4-page letter that I wrote ozone, letting them know everything that's going on. I still, to this day, never sent it. I sent a couple $1,000 to his deal, but it's not about the money. It's about the fellowship. Like, yo, he needs to hear, hey, brother, I'm here for you. I'm sure if I wrote him a letter, sent him a card, he would appreciate that more than me letting him know I put $5,000 on your deal. You know what I'm saying? We all fail that way, because the truth of the matter is, too many of us are in this, but we're in it as long as it doesn't cost us anything, as long as it doesn't inconvenience us, as long as we don't have to really sacrifice. Yeah, some of us, we've taken trips and this, that, and the other, but the amount and Black Power movement, y'all know I'm telling the truth. And I know y'all don't like, who the hell is Desert Eagle? Like, God damn it, we just got to be real. We just got to be real. I failed too. I failed a man who I once called Commander, and I failed a brother who looked at me and kept calling me his OG. Me and Ozone talked a lot. And even though I wrote him a letter, I never sent it. I contributed to his fund, and that got all messed up with some dude running off with the money. I don't even know what happened.
Y'all left him behind. No man left behind. Behind enemy lines. It ain't over yet, though.
Hold on, check this out. Even though you say this, hold on, even though you say that in jest, I take that rebuke. Just like the scriptures say, open rebuke is better than love concealed. I don't run from it. I will always be found with my wounds in the front. I'm a soldier. I face it. I failed. We all failed in some capacity. Point blank. And this is why we can't get the numbers that we need. And this is why a lot of people who first saw it backed off when they started seeing the nigga nonsense. I don't blame them. I had some very stellar people here in Georgia who were like, Desert, with all due respect, we see the signs, we out. You know, but we're here to support. You know, if it.
Can I ask a question? If it was time to bang out, say if it's time to crash out, right? You know what that means? Do you believe that you have those good people that you mentioned ready to crash out in an organized fashion?
In an organized fashion? No. Yeah, and the reason why I say no is because, again, you know, for not for nothing, if you don't want to have to believe it, you don't. But I served in the United States military as an infantry soldier. I was on the ground. I wasn't no cook. I wasn't in the supply. I stayed in the bush 30 days, no shower, 1,000-yard stench. I've served in the service, Army, as an infantry soldier. And the protocols and the understanding of how to really move as a militia, as a military like that, the people across organizations just did not have that level of discipline. People didn't want to train. People don't want to make the sacrifices. People got bad habits. They perking, they drinking, they smoking, they weed. They don't want to exercise. They don't want to run. They don't want to train. They don't want to invest in the weapons and that kind of thing. So when you say, do we have it collectively, like a big group, and make that happen uniform? No, because even in the service, again, I'm talking military. Not what people think and feel should be. Fuck your feelings. Sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry. But it's not what people think and feel. It's about protocol. In the military, I could be here at Fort Hood, you could be at Fort Jackson, you could be at Fort Stewart, you could be at Fort Leonard Wood, but guess what? We all training the same. Why? Because if we ever deploy, all of us uniformity understand what to do when it's on. See, so if we're not getting together group-wise and dismiss all the egos and the hate and the this and the that and the jealousy and the sucker nonsense, we can't do this effectively. It's impossible. It's impossible. We need that unity. And see, for the people who don't understand that military mindset, they're going to come with the jokes and they're going to come with the foolishness or whatever. But the people who served before will let you know. And I'm going to tell you something else that's really important. I have told my people, even here in Georgia, you know how you get effective to be ready to go out there and meet the Proud Boys and this, that, and the other? You have to first be connected from life.
Let me ask you a question though, right? Let me ask you this. So what I mean about ready to crash out, you got somebody like Taco.
They gave up. So once they get buried, that's Khalid Abdul Muhammad taught us. Once they are buried, we must bury them, dig them up, and kill them again. Bury them, dig them up, and kill them again. Bury them, dig them up, and kill them again.
Pretty much a stick. But he spews a whole bunch of rhetoric with a stick. You follow what I'm saying?
I know where you're going.
How is it that someone can even attempt to take a group serious where a guy is screaming the European or the white man or the crack of this, the crack of that, and he's literally threatening walking with a stick? How is that good for morale when you're looking at the imagery of fighting for black power?
I think one of the things though that you do, and it's not disrespectful, but I think you look at every organization as a 2A organization. And that's not the case.
No, they talk like they really about it. That's I'm only measuring by the stuff that comes out of their mouth, not by. That's only. Listen. Hold on. I want to play. Let me see if I can play this real quick. You can't hear it, but I'll repeat.
They gave up. Yes. So once they get buried.
He said he repeating Dr. Khaled, and he said, once they get buried, we got to dig them up and kill them again and bury them again. Like, so I'm only measuring him by what he's talking. You understand what I'm saying? So what he's going to use the stick and kill him and bury him, or he's going to dig the hole with the stick and bury him. He's going to dig him up again with what is the... This is what I'm saying. For people who's watching and they hear and they say, hold up, this guy has a stick.
Khalid Abdul Muhammad taught us. Once they are buried, we must bury them, dig them up, and kill them again. Bury them, dig them up, and kill them again. Bury them, dig them up, and kill them again.
Now these are grown men and women out there talking about bury them, kill them up, and kill them again. And this guy walking around with a stick. That's what I'm talking about, man. Do you know people are watching? Let's just take it for example. Let's take for example. These Europeans that's running around training their daughters to shoot at oak trees at the woods, at pine trees in the woods, and training their sons. And he's sitting up there with a piece of stick, the branch of the oak tree, talking about, burn him up and kill him again. Bro, do you think that makes sense, brother? Is that a proud moment as an organization or a movement called Black Power?
Taco said what he said, and I mean, could be about fighting. I don't know. I can't answer the mindset of other people.
No,
brother.
from you, just say from the outside looking in.
For example, let's just take for example. Let me tell you something. All right. Again, I don't know all of these people's past or whatever, but the times that I've talked to Taco, all right, I don't know his past. I don't know about all these allegations and all this other stuff, whatever. But when people talk to me one-on-one, they understand that, you know, I'm not really about no I guess you could say just foolish conversation. It's like we talking, just like, you know, when we talking for real. Like there's some real discussion that we're having, like real grown men on some real stuff. So when I talk to Taco, I didn't talk to the Taco that people be talking about, the allegations, whatever. He talks about books. He talks about warfare. He's a very learned brother. And who knows, that's the whole stick stuff, whatever. He knows he can't carry guns, but he's willing to fight the enemy. If it comes down to a fight, everybody's not going to fight with guns. You're just going to have to use the weapons of your warfare that you have at the time.
Oh, they're going to use guns. They're going to use guns.
I never heard Taco say that the Black Riders and stuff like that are 2A.
No, he say he's going to dig them up and kill them again.
That's rhetoric. That's war cry rhetoric. I mean, come on. That's war cry rhetoric. Okay, if Khalid Muhammad said it, what would you say then?
Dr. Khalid Muhammad, I don't think he's going to do it either. I would say the same exact thing.
I understand that, but you got to understand.
But the thing is, I wasn't covering it then. But I would cover it now.
But what I'm saying is, what people are saying, what they're saying is an admiration of the leader that was before them. In the same spirit, it's just an admiration. I could see if this was his original words. These are things that they're saying in the spirit of the person that was before them, that they admire. I told you, I already had this conversation with Malik and Babu, and they pretty much told me in the admiration of Khalid, they're going to carry on tradition. I mean, that's all it is. I don't see it.
But does that move anything forward though?
It moves it forward for the passions of those who I guess who are energized that way. Like, for example, if I was in a new Black Panther Party and I'm a big fan of Khalid Muhammad and whoever the leader is invoking that spirit and saying those things and saying those chants, guess what? I'm gonna get riled up.
But was Dr. Khalid Muhammad, I like what somebody said in the chat, was Dr. Khalid Muhammad accused of electrocuting women in a tub, molesting children?
No, I get that. No, he wasn't.
There we go. So for one to give a war cry, and in the name of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, is defiling the name of Dr. Khalid Muhammad if these allegations are actually true. And I had a sister on the show that was victim, and she's ready to come back, but we just the pendulum didn't spin that way yet. But she's ready to come back. But why is it no one, and Amun was addressing it, he said, why didn't they get in front of this? Why isn't no one getting in front of these things, in the words of Amun? Why isn't anyone getting in front of these things to clean this up? So just like for instance, I know people don't want to question people, and this is a problem. Take the Sisters of the Underground, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
They claiming all of this saving people and hunting down and this, that, and the third. You hear all the stories.
Right.
You see a lot of video of the talk, but you never see anybody actually benefiting from being saved, like from a kidnapper.
Yeah, but see,
it's what's weird to me is that it seemed like a big advertising campaign, because I don't see Lasidi facing off with a kidnapper with a burner. I just don't see it. Now, it could be possible now. I see Mo Black, but do we have any evidence that any of this stuff that we hear on the internet is actually a reality? Because if you run around thinking you're a vigilante in the name of Black Power, that ain't going to last either.
Right. And bear with me. I understand what you're saying, Taharka, and I think that's the problem.
It seems like a show.
See, Taharka, you have to learn to listen.
All right, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna learn today.
Listen, the bottom line is, I get what you're saying, but you're looking for all of this stuff to be real time, all the time, televised. Think about what you just said. Sisters of the other underground are rescuing ladies from domestic situations and things like that. I know for a fact, because I've been privy to certain conversations that have happened, and I would just say that because it's just true, even though I don't like them. I do know that I think it was 2 times I heard both Talib and I believe also Moon, and I believe even also AJ assist the Sisters of the Underground in situations where they have done this. I've heard conversations. I can't remember everything to detail.
Now, actually, I uncovered that. That was a fraud too. I did that.
Hold on. Wait a second. Let me finish.
I exposed that. That was a fraud. The girl came home and they showed up for a photo op.
I'm not talking about a girl. I'm saying there was situations that I've heard, not just one. I've heard. Okay. Another thing too, you have to understand, because, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the kind of work that I do, my company that I own, I've done women shelters, securities, access control, cameras, fire alarms, all that kind of stuff, networks and stuff like that or whatever. And these places, when the women are placed, are like, they don't even exist. So I can't see the Sisters of the Underground talking about rescues from situations from these young ladies, old, whatever the case may be, and broadcasting it. It's like a level of anonymity and security that is needed. I hear what you're saying, but I don't.
No. Listen,
I wouldn't dare say that they have to put that out.
Brother, let me say this. Let me say this. In this type of situation, that sounds good in theory. But when you're claiming, hold up. But when you're claiming that this is what you do, at least one case can be displayed. At least one sister would show her appreciation before the camera. At least one. It always happened like that. You don't have to display every little operation that you put out. But if you've been doing this for years, you don't have one person to say, I am so grateful for the Sister of the Underground. I was tied up in a bunker. The internet. They tell everything on the internet. What are you talking about? On the internet. I was tied up in a bunker. They came up in there, guns a-blazing. They saved me from the kidnapper. We don't get that. But you know what we get? The same thing you got. I've heard stories. That doesn't make sense. Just like Malik Zulu Shabazz, 30-year track record with no case that can be seen, shown, proven, or even displayed before the people to show who he is. We don't see nothing. All we know is we heard. That's right. They telling you get off the show. They get nervous now. They texting you. Put your phone down. We not finished yet. Put your phone down. Talk.
That ain't there.
Hey, but no. I want you to. You said today. You know, I'm coming on here today. I got something to say. Did you say it already? Did I miss it while talking too much? Because I want to give you the flow.
Because of what you said, the last couple shows that you done, especially when it comes
I'm gonna give you the mic, and I want you to just let everybody know what Desert Storm. Nah, Desert Eagle. All jokes aside, hey family, if y'all don't know, me and DE, we go back and forth like this. He doesn't agree with much that I say. Just like he said, I'm gonna keep on saying that this person is out of order, that this person ain't right, etc., and that's just what I do because that's what I see. Now, on his end, I see him as the type to try to make sure that the public get a balanced understanding from his perspective of what the Black Power movement is and about. So, family, this is not a personal attack on him, and nor is it a personal attack on the Black Power movement that I know of on the ground. It's these cosplay people that I see on the internet that I like to address. But at this time, I'm going to let Desert Eagle, take the floor, and brother, go ahead. I'm not going to interrupt you not one time. And when you finish, that's when I'm going to drop these bombs. All right.
I'm sure. I'll say this. Me and Taharka talked about him wanting me to come on, especially during this time that he said he's actually told me, he says, I'm about to start going in. Well, that wasn't his words necessarily, but he said that he was about to start covering the movement again. And of course, he starts with Malik. I want to say this. I know a lot of people have some issues or have had many issues with Malik. My interaction with Malik has only been at times during mobilizations. I don't know him personally. He hasn't gotten close enough to me, and I haven't gotten close enough to him for him to allegedly do anything cross or say anything cross. In my presence, Malik has never said anything bad to anybody, and this is not no advocacy for him. But you know, people are asking me, "Oh, what's the deal with you and Malik?" It's just like I could say the same thing for Moon. I could say the same thing for Ghazi. I could say the same thing for AJ. If I've had interaction with brothers or sisters, this, that, and I can say the same thing for Krystal Muhammad. Whatever level of interaction that I have with a person, that it's just genuine. I can't co-sign somebody else's experience. That whole thing with me interviewing Malik, that was me. I told him, hey, bro, you need to just pretty much 8 Mile yourself before everybody. And he did it. I don't know. I don't know all of the stuff about Malik, Taco, all of these different people, whatever. I wasn't around. I can't co-sign. I never seen no evidence. I have walked with people in formations right next to Malik who talked bad about him right before the formation and right after, but never said anything to him. So it leads me to question the validity of the claim. So bottom line is, as far as the movement, I love the movement. I really do. But I ain't gonna lie, man, we got some stuff to fix. We do. I made some mistakes here in Georgia. Y'all commanders, wherever y'all are, y'all made some mistakes where you are. And the people are seeing it. The bottom line is, it's unfortunate. We may have an OC, we may have a Taharka, and they're not foul, they're not messed up or whatever. We may not like their opinion, their suppositions, or the way they may, disseminate information to bring about a certain thought about an act. But you know what? If we messed up, we messed up. Let your wounds be found in the front. Don't run from it. So what? You got embarrassed. So what? Somebody got you on video or on audio or whatever, and they covering it. So what? Just be a man or woman and say, you know what? Okay, I'm on my square. I take my wounds in the front. It ain't no thing. I recover. I'm human. I made a mistake, but don't run from it. Don't be on no sucker shit. Some of y'all, we trying to be militia, right? I mean, come on, man. We got to train. We got to do. Nobody want to do it. And that's why we're failing. These young cats out here, they want an example. They're like, nah, I don't believe you. Where's the tangibles? Where y'all at? Cops are still killing us. Y'all ain't do nothing yet. Y'all ain't roll on nobody yet. Ain't nobody get a scratch from y'all. And I say y'all, including me. So don't think that I'm like, oh, who Desert is to try to correct anybody, this, that, and the other. I'm one of y'all. And we collectively are failing our people. And I know some people like, nigga, you ain't been around long enough, whatever. Man, get off your high horse. Nobody blowing that. All right? Where you at today? I've been around long enough where a number of us have died. And none of us have done nothing about it. We've marched, we spent money, we went to hotels, we did all of that. Ain't nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing has happened. There's no consequence. Wash, rinse, repeat, the same 05 and 6, and that's why they're not scared of us. And that's why us ain't joining us, because we have yet to do something. Shout out to you guys. I understand what you're doing. I understand the framework that you're doing, and all the brothers and sisters that's coming along. I get it. I get it. And for those of y'all that if you want to be jealous, hateful, this, that, and the other, hey man, listen, my dude got a plan. And it's working, man. And I salute you, G. For real though. For real. I do. And let me do something else. I got on this shirt, right? I got on this shirt with all of these heroes on it. You know the one thing about all of these heroes? There's no mystique about them. We know who they are. We know who their mothers are, their fathers, their kids. We knew how they grew up, whether they was enslaved. We knew what schools they went to, nicknames, this, that, and the other, all of that. You know why? Because they were real. They were tangible to the people in service. So this is what I'm about to do. And I thought long and hard about this. But I'm not afraid. Because the first thing I got to do is to show my people that I love you enough that I could be real with you. So this is what I do. And this is what I was talking about, Taharka. In the spirit of those of our ancestors, we knew them. They were of the people. They were amongst the people. And even after they're dead and gone, us as the people, we know them. We know all about them. So if you in service today and you walking around with this shroud of mystique, you don't want nobody to know who you are. You don't want nobody to know your past. This, that, and other. You, this ghost apparition that just appeared, whatever the case may be. You in the ranks and nobody know where you came from. You sus. So I'm going to do like this. In this movement, I'm recognized as Desert Eagle. That's the name I gave myself because I'm from Queens and I joined the military during Desert Storm, Taharka. And Queens is known as the deserts, New York shit. And an eagle, because I've always been a leader in the streets, in the group homes, on my jobs, and even in the military. I fly high. I represent that. All right? That's why I'm Desert Eagle. But that's not who I am. I am Saladin Tariq Johnson. I'm from New York. I served in the military in Texas. I'm a business owner. I'm a father of a soon-to-be 17-year-old. See, I got to let myself be a real person. How do I step up in leadership being this shroud of mystique? I'm following the steps of the ancestors. And all of us should be the same. I've been in jail before. I've been in lockups. I've been in group homes. I've been St. Dominic's group home, kicked out of 4 high schools. I was a hellion. The only reason why I went to the military because a white judge told me, Mr. Johnson, I believe you got a future. And if you could just get out of New York, all right, you can save your life. That's why I joined the military. See, I'm gonna just be real. I don't want nobody looking at me anymore like I'm trying to hide. I'm trying to do all of this, whatever. I'm not trying to be your leader. I'm not trying to be the leader of the people. No, I'm just trying to be a real brother in service to my people. And I know some people are going to be immature. The immature assholes is going to try to poke at this and try to dissect this and all kind of stuff like that. Do what you want. All right. But at least I got the heart to get out there and be out there. Where you at? Where are you? So to all my brothers and sisters out there, you can look me up. You can Google me. You're going to find some stuff that's distasteful. You're going to find some stuff that's very positive. You're going to find some stuff that's negative. You know what you're going to find? You're just going to find a brother who's human. I'm just a real person. That's it. All right? Don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. If you a man and you disrespect me, you got to see me. All right? I don't say that because I'm aggressive. I say that because it's a matter of respect. But I'm tired of what's going on with our people. I really am. I have given my money. I've opened up my home. I've opened up my wallet. I've paid people's bills in the movement. All right. I just want this thing to work. I want it to work sincerely. I've given too much for it to be where it's at in this dilapidated state. So let's just all do what we got to do. And you clowns making all these faces and stuff like that in the chat room, y'all can all kiss my black ass. All right. But the bottom line is, I'm just a real cat. All right. In the spirit of my ancestors, I just wanted to be real right here. I don't have all the answers. So Hawker can ask all the answers, ask all the questions that he wants. I can't speak for other people. I don't know what their mindset was. I don't speak for other organizations that I wasn't a part of. All we're doing right now is just having a conversation. Is the Black Power movement dead? No, it's not. Does it need work? Yes, it does. But we can do it. We got too many people that's willing to do it for it not to work. Go ahead, Tark.
So what faction of the Black Power movement are you a part of?
When you say
what faction? You know, like you got NFAC, you got Blue Black Panther Party, you got Fred Hampton, you got.
You know, the truth of the matter is, I thought about that, and to be honest with you, I'm just tired of all the names. I'm tired of all the patches. I'm tired of all the flags.
So you like FBA now?
What do you mean? No.
No leader. The code is the leader.
No. There's still structure. But I've never, you can ask anybody in Georgia, I've never been one for that. I never been one for, and I know I said it earlier with us on the phone, but I never been one for grandstanding. I just rather stand grand. I'm not, everybody that I've ever mobilized with, they'll tell you, I have no interest whatsoever in patches and flags and colors. And
you need that though. That's uniformity for unity.
Listen. When you're trying to build something that's strong and you want to get, the first thing the military taught me was the element of surprise. That mobilizing, and that's one thing I could say GMJ did want in the beginning, when he was like, all these people are all in black and they didn't know who they were. That's actually taught in the service to move that way. So when you saw that mass Lafayette, Louisville 1, Louisville 2, there's no insignias, nothing. It like, who are these people? Where did they come from?
But also, you know, you there's a lot of feds that can just put on black and jump in too.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen.
So that's why checks and balances are so important. He recruited everybody from Instagram. So he didn't.
Listen.
So that's not safe either.
The truth of the matter is, no amount of conversation, no amount of dissecting this, whatever, is going to make any of it perfect overnight. It's a work, and as you see where we are right now, it's just we just got to work the work. It's a lot of work to be done, and right now, a large part, thanks to the stuff that you bring about, is the information about the movement. For the most part, is all the shames and all the embarrassments and all the missteps. But I ask you one thing though, right. No matter how much you cover the movement going forward, can you please, going forward, separate? If you want to talk about Malik, that's Malik New Black Panther Party, not the movement.
I got you. So okay, I got you. The demarcation line.
Put this umbrella on all of us.
I got you.
This is all of us.
I got you.
And see, hold on. And just like you said, there are individuals that you like, hey man, I put a name in the hat for this person, whatever. So you actually hurt their movements when you bridle us.
All right, but at the same time, just like a moon went live to address Malik and dropping the ball. If everybody that's are in coalitions or everybody that's claimed to be working together, if they don't address the indiscretions, you know what I'm saying, then it does fall on everybody because y'all all are seen together. It does fall on everybody. It's like this. You take Krystal Muhammad, for example. Krystal Muhammad, she's on the sideline from y'all coalitions and stuff like that for the most part. You know what I mean? But because she wears that New Black Panther patch, the public don't know any difference from her. I know when I first started looking at this stuff, I didn't know any difference from her and Malik Zulu Shabazz. I didn't have a clue. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that internally have to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the perverts, the same thing with the active criminals, the same thing with the active drug addicts, the same thing with all this this self-destructive behavior that need to be dressed internally. Because if not dressed internally and y'all come together, it does look like y'all condone it or co-sign it.
Right.
And that's what it looked like.
Now, to your point, you're absolutely right. One of the things that happens a lot of times is when there's indifference or somebody want to address something, the first thing they do is start making a post about it. You know, they want to make a video about it, a post about it, a live about it, or something. It's just like, damn. It's like we can't. That's the kind of stuff that hurts us. And to be honest, and like I said, I mean, like the saying goes, all argument ceases at the truth. And I'm not going to say everything that you say is true. A lot of it is, opinion or whatever, this, that, and the other, whatever. But a large part of it is. When you start playing them videos and audios and stuff like that and critiques and stuff, those are hard pills to swallow.
What about the video about the European lady say she was in love with Malik Zulu Shabazz and all that? Nobody never. Some of this stuff people don't. And she knew too much information. She knew all that. I don't know. Maybe she's a researcher or is it true? You remember? You know the one I'm talking about?
I saw the video.
She knew way too much, man. She knew way too much, man. The European woman, quote unquote white woman. She said,
"I get it." And see, when it comes down,
but when y'all don't address it, right, and it drops into Moochie Bear's inbox, and then Moochie Bear drop it to me, I gotta let the people know that Malik Zulu Shabazz is screaming Black Power, but in love with the European that know all his business, and if he keep it up, she says she's gonna put out the videos.
Okay. Anyway, outside of that, do you know why me and GMJ argued so much? I mean, I know you don't. It's just It's a rhetorical question. But when me and him talked, the first time me and him had a real talk, he let me know some things about him, according to him. Again, I don't know the man, so whatever he said initially, I just got to take at face value till he proves otherwise. So, but he told me where he was and what he really wanted to do. And he said that he had an inkling of me by listening to me, that he could tell that I was spiritual. He says that I can have a knowledge of spiritual things and stuff like that. So we just kind of talked shop like that. And when he started doing certain things, I'm gonna just give you one. It's something light. Some people know about it already. When they was doing the whole Tulsa thing, when they was all going to go to Tulsa, he was, under fire at that time, and about to do his case. And one of the things he did, he called me and he says, "Hey, Desert, let me get your opinion on this." I said, "What's up?" He says, "I'm thinking," because he started his website. And he says, "I'm about to start doing the facts over feelings and morning mentals." He says, "But what you think about this? The day that they have Tulsa, I'd go ahead and start the morning mentals that same day. That way, the people will be more inclined to watch the morning mentals instead of paying attention to them and they shit that they're trying to do out there." Now, I exploded. I cussed him smooth out because this man told me that he respected and he was a man of God and he respected the oracles and stuff like that of God. So I was like, wait a minute. So you are going to use what you said is entrusted to you by God to use it as an opportunity for vengeance, to make sure that these brothers can honor the ancestors that fell? Are you serious? He was like, I think you're right. I think you're right. I shouldn't. You know what? I didn't even think about it like that. And I just cussed him out. See, my thing was, I speak truth to power. I don't care about your position, your rank, who you want to call yourself, what you dubbed yourself, this, that, and the other. It's about the purpose, where we are in the service to our people. And I think with a lot of the stuff that you play and you record and stuff like that and you put out there, come on, man, stop the silly shit.
Man, you talking about GMJ, man, in this morning mental. I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, watch this. So the stuff that you play, a lot of it, when you play it, the people that you're highlighting, there's people around them that ain't checking them. That
Absolutely.
ain't saying nothing to them.
They get mad at me.
They like, these are yes men and women that allowing the whoever the leader is, whatever, to have that misstep and ain't saying nothing.
Look at this. Watch this real quick. Look at this. Listen to this. Can you hear this? Hold up. I got it.
So who are you? Why are you hating so much?
Did you hear the
You
last
got
one I
Malik
put up?
name in your mouth every episode.
Play now.
Every episode, man, you're not going to be able to live your life without slandering Malik. And here's the thing, Malik is a grown man. He can handle his own business. I'm talking to you because you got my name in your mouth. You got my name in your mouth.
So look, Babu say I slandered Malik, right? He's coming to the defense of Malik Zulu Shabazz. But then he says I slandered Malik, right? But he's coming to the defense of Malik Zulu Shabazz.
Right.
But then he comes back and says, but I'm only saying this because you got my name in your mouth. But he leads off defending Malik and say I slandered him. When you have people like that to say that I'm slandering somebody, but they cannot put the slander on the table, that is never good. That's why I say he's too emotional, and in that regard, nah, he could be. So what I'm saying is, why don't people check things like that? Like, you have to be really balanced and say, okay, listen, if Taharkabey slandered Malik Zulu Shabazz, not you, I'm just saying anybody, because I know all of them are listening. If Taharkabey slandered Malik Zulu Shabazz, what is the slander? Like, slander is just not talking about somebody. Slander, let me reverse it. Slander is lying on somebody. That's what slander is. It's lying on somebody. So when you use the term slander, then everybody should, okay, he slandered Malik Zulu Shabazz, let's call him on it. But people won't even check those type of things. You know what I'm saying? And so how can a movement even move anywhere? If you won't even check these little things, you won't check the rapist, you won't check the electrocutor, the one that electrocuted allegedly sisters, you won't check the one that taken thousands of dollars, you won't check, you won't check chasing down a 91-year-old woman knocking on doors. Nothing is being checked. How are you going to liberate and assist to liberate a people if not even the most slightest thing of saying that the host of MWtv slandered? Let's call out the slander. Let's show the people that this guy is a liar. Let's show the people. Because if you can prove me I'm lying, that shuts down MWtv.
Well, like I told you, one of the things that is an absence is that we need some type of platform to highlight and to not leave all of the things that we're doing to, I guess you could say, the guesswork, or not disrespect, the guesswork or the analysis from the outside. There needs to be some type of platform where we don't have to divulge all the things that we're doing in the inner workings of the movement, regardless of what aspect is done, whether it's political. We don't have to let all of our hand be shown, but for the necessity of letting our people know that we're here, we're working, and it can't just be within our own little communities. But at one point, we had an opportunity when we was getting a level of national attention. If we would have, as they say, struck while the iron is hot and move in a way that actually galvanized the people, brought them to us, whatever, grew in the numbers and grew in purpose, then a lot of this conversation we wouldn't be having.
Why don't you start the platform? You're charismatic. Yeah, you know, in this social media era, you're going to need somebody that's charismatic. Everybody, once the hype dies down, like for instance, I can talk about one of the reasons you mentioned that I said I was going to cover, the Black Power militia type movement again. And the reason why is because I see people coming out the woodwork, and it's right according to schedule how they did last time, gearing up for the election season. And I see them coming out the woodwork. For the last 18 months, we didn't hear anything out of Lasidi or Sisters of the Underground. We didn't hear anything remotely after the Emmett Till thing with Malik. We didn't see them jumping around and all over the place of the internet. And now, he's backing out. And now we're starting to see people moving more so to the social media front once again. And so the reason why I'm going to cover it is because I smell something brewing. I smell something brewing, and it always happened at least 18 months before election. It happened with Grandmaster Jay. It happened before then, and it's happening now. And every single time, it seems like they come to the forefront 18 months. It starts right around this time. And now next year, right, like in the beginning of the summer, normally it starts, like say summer 2023, it'll go all the way through to the November of the election of 2024. Every single time. Remember, I've been covering this stuff for years. I've been covering it for years. And so I see the pattern, and the pattern is happening again. It's happening again. So this is why I'm going to start to cover it so I can show the people the pattern and what the pattern is telling us, because it's telling us something. But I yield the floor to you.
Well, it could be, but I don't really get caught up in too much of that, because I'm like, if the fundamentals ain't there, everything else is just fodder to me. I get it. Malik stepping down, it has caused, some level of ripple. But again, a lot of this is happening because it was played out on social media. To me, it would have been better. It would have been better if some type of announcement like this would have happened from the party itself. Hey, this is the new Black Panther Party. We're letting you know that, we thank Malik Zulu Shabazz for his service. He's stepping down. We're going to let you all know in the coming whatever who our new chairman is going to be, yada, yada, yada. But when Malik does it himself and on social media like that, now the attention is at Malik and what he did. If it would have been done from an organizational standpoint, I believe a lot of this would have been muted, so to speak, because now all this comments, some people say Aaron Michaels need to come back. Some say Babu. Other people say, I was thinking somebody fresh and have Babu or somebody like that, an elder statesman.
But let's be for real. Let's be for real. Before we walk out the door, let's just be for real. There is no organization there. Those are people just meeting up. No. Those are people just meeting up on call for tragedies in our community. There is no organization there. Let's just cut the crap. They're meeting up when tragedy strikes. That's it. That's all. Okay, they get patches and they meet up when tragedy strikes, and they wait for the next one.
The problem with you saying that,
Malik, I'm talking about Black Panther, new Black Panther Party.
Okay, but listen, but hold on. The problem with you saying that, because that statement is relative to what we all have done. We show up when the tragedy appears.
That's right.
That's how the people know that we're there. So what you saying, none of us are organizations?
No, what I'm saying is that what you do when there's nothing to do proves who you really are and what you're really about. So when the camera ain't there, that's who proves what you really are. It's like the old saying that when no one is looking, who you are is who you really are. You see what I'm saying? As long as the camera is there, these people show up. So what I'm saying is, outside of the camera, we see no works to be reported. There are no works outside of the camera that's reported. None.
But hold on, check this out.
There's ambulance chasers.
But hold on. What if I told you that there have been a number of trainings, joint trainings and stuff like that?
I seen them on the internet.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I seen them on the internet.
But
everything you do, it's been recorded and on the internet. Even some of the training.
Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, but if you've seen one, you've seen them all. If you've seen one training, you've seen them all. Why should that be paramount of a movement to have everybody with their camera on while you're shooting at a range owned by Europeans, shooting in a field owned by Europeans, but screaming black power before the unsuspecting urban public.
Taharka,
that's hypocrisy.
Hold on, check this out. Taharka, to that point, again, all argument ceases at the truth. I can't say nothing against that. All I can say is, here in GA, that ain't what we play. Here in GA, we have our own.
Who told on Ozone?
You know what? I'm glad you said that. And I'm glad
because you talking about GA. Who told on Ozone? Who told him that he was in the field? Who owned that field? They said it was owned by NFAC.
It's not.
How you know? You was in NFAC. I guess you would know. Now, who told on Ozone?
I wish I knew. They would get one.
They done told on Ozone in the treehouse.
Listen, you know how you find out? If there was a reward paid, let's see who quality of life didn't change. All right, let's see who quality of life didn't change.
We want to find out how they know that he did. They talking about the ping phone. Man, get out.
I'm trying to figure out how. From the rumor is there was a number of people there and nobody else no codees and nothing like that. No other charges on anybody else for harboring a fugitive or nothing. So it's something went on. You know what? In situations like that, they'll probably be like, you know what? There is no reward for you because after all, you was harboring a fugitive. So either you just back off and be quiet and let us just take him, or that's it. They probably ain't give nobody no money. I don't know. But trust me, that question was asked.
But see, this is another thing. Y'all call him your comrade. Y'all call him, he called you his OG. And no one takes time to research to find out how that was broken. How did that break down? Like they'll spend time to respond to Taharkabey. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is this. This is not your responsibility per se at this point. Let's disregard that. What I'm saying is that this is not an organization because one won't even investigate, research to find out what broke down. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is it could be a lesson learned. It don't have to be a cop lose his life, a police lose his life. It could be something as innocent as one falsely accused of something. And they can't even recover until they can fix it because somebody is pointing the people in the direction before they can even pull themselves together to be able to fight back. And I'm talking about legally. No one want to research that. No, everybody want to research Taharkabey. They want to get mad at Taharkabey. But you got a classic example of something breaking down, and no one gives any of that any attention. If they are, we don't know about it. If they are, say, you know what I mean? Well, we're handling this. We're looking into it. Nah, the seriousness of a movement depends upon its security.
Right.
It's a joke. This is a joke, brother.
Taharka.
I need to know. I need you to mail me your bars ASAP. Now this is a joke though, bro. This is a joke though. Do you know if in a real organization they would want to even if they wasn't a part of that, some people would try to research to find out what broke down in that situation, just in case they were met with something similar. And like I said, I don't condone taking the life of anybody. That ain't my thing. You know what I mean? Unless it's in self-defense. You know what I mean? However, no one taking the time to try to decipher what happened. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad.
Well, hold on. Stop. Yeah, of course, you know there's certain things I'm not saying on purpose on here, but I wouldn't say that nobody is not looking into that.
Okay, all right. Malik.
All right, because here's the thing. Some people Ozone rubbed wrong, but the ones that he connected with. And for those who he connected with that want some answers, it's a tireless effort to try to find that information out with let's just say an integral promise to do something about it.
That's the crazy thing, though, because you say there's some people that ozone rub wrong. And the crazy thing about it is when you're in a movement, everybody is not going to get along. Ozone rubbed me wrong, but I had nothing against Ozone. You know, when all of this situation happened, any interview that I had with Ozone was removed immediately. The news people reached out to me. I got the email. You know what I mean? Would I like to give a comment? Because I was one of the ones with most interviews with Ozone. Nope. No. So he rubbed me the wrong way. So you're saying that you got people within your group that if one rubs them the wrong way, they would throw them through the wolves. Is that what you're saying here on Morse World TV?
No, I'm not saying that on Morse World TV. Cut that out.
You like that? That was a good one, wasn't it? I'm pretty good with this, ain't I?
You tried. But no, it's not that. I think some people just, again, it's personality conflicts and stuff like that or whatever. And Ozone is proud to let it be made known he's a loudmouth. He'll let you know, like, this is what I do, and he's proud to do that. And just some people don't like my personality. I'm chill. I'm laid back most of the time.
What you think about Uncle Bobby? You ever met Uncle Bobby?
I love Bobby.
Bobby, all right, because don't talk about my Uncle Bobby now.
Nah,
Uncle Bobby coming on here Thursday.
Let me ask
you a question.
Bobby, real cool. Bobby, a good dude. I haven't seen him in a while. I heard from him since he stepped away, but I have nothing but respect for Bobby.
Let me ask you a question before we wrap. Would you be willing? Because I want to see y'all make it for real. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about the real ones. Would you be willing if I can get a Moon, yourself, General Ghazi on here to discuss solutions? I'm not going to browbeat you. I'm not going to. You say when somebody's going to talk about something positive. When somebody's going to talk about what's being. I'm not going to browbeat you. I'm not going to do like we did tonight. But I'm just talking about how I will only ask questions that that resonates with moving forward. You know, and what needs to be developed.
I mean, on your platform,
they didn't agree yet. I said if they agree.
Let me tell you.
I didn't ask a Moon anything. I didn't ask Ghazi anything.
In principle, I would say yes, because the thought and the ideas is nothing but positive, right? But it's almost like for something like that to be discussed, some figureheads, whatever, to discuss the plan of action to move forward.
Not the plan, ideas, brother. Not the plan. Okay. I don't want your plan.
Well, if it's ideas, I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of us are tired of discussing ideas. We done had Zoom calls, meetings, and all kind of stuff like that. That it's almost like we're talked out with that. A lot of it. I mean, we done had so many damn Zoom calls, ideas, and stuff like that. We done tried that so many times. So much discussion. We done tried that. And you know, I would just say this for those of you who, again, based on the questions and the way that I'm answering, you would think that, oh man, the movement is just a shit show. It ain't. There's some corrections that need to happen, but I'm telling you, there's some, and unless you're a part of it, you don't know. The questions are more centered as to what's wrong with it. Like, okay, is it dead? Let's find out what's wrong. But if the conversation was more so like,
y'all don't have a leader first. Y'all need to elect a leader.
For the whole movement.
I mean, you need listen. You need a central voice to galvanize the movement when they come together. If it's going to be a movement, that doesn't mean he has to be the commander over every faction. But when it's time to come together, Malik was that voice. What's the other guy? Nick Bezel once was that voice. You know what I mean? So you're definitely going to need that. If you're talking about it's a movement, you know what I'm saying? Or every time something happened randomly, hey, you know we're going to be in Tulsa. Oh, you going to be there? Oh, call everybody up. Like, that's not a movement. That's not a movement. That's not a movement. A monthly meeting where the central voice, let's say the centralized voice that speak for the collective. Individual groups speak for themselves. Are you in? Are you in? That's organization. Just making a call because somebody got shot in Ohio, that's not organization. That's just showing up. And then the next one happened, and the next one happened. How do you resolve that? This is what I'm talking about, that type of conversation, the big boy conversation, the big girl conversation. How do you resolve that?
I get what you're saying.
When you walk away, then what?
I get what you're saying, but here's the one thing that I will say to my brothers and sisters out there who have mobilized on these calls and something happened and you mobilize, whatever. I get it. We may not have done it as a collective umbrella organization, but those are the steps to building, because that's when you see who's willing to show up for the commitment of the
Y'all
cause.
already did that. Y'all done showed up everywhere.
No, stop. What I'm saying is, but I know we already did it, but I never want to, you should never talk about it in a way that discredits it.
No, what I'm saying is it didn't achieve anything. We're not discredited. We're critiquing it. So when it happens again, you can't be successful.
Listen. I just finished saying that even I don't want to be a part of anything like that anymore, because I've assessed, and like I said, wash, rinse, repeat. I don't want to be a part of that no more.
Can I call you Commander?
A lot of people do.
I can call you Commander. Is it Commander Desert Eagle or Saladin?
No, it ain't Saladin. Nobody gonna get that comment with me. All right, nobody gonna get that comment with me. Even instead of Saladin, people always just call me Dean or Tariq.
I call you Commander Dean.
No.
What do you prefer? So
no. Do you want me to call you Toronto?
Sure. That my mama named me Toronto. Absolutely.
I get that, right? but there's a reason why
people call me Toronto all the time.
I get that, but for your platform and this engagement, it's to heart.
No, you can call me anything you want. Just don't call me. My mama named me Toronto. How can that be disrespectful?
I get you.
That's a beautiful thing.
I get you, but again, like I said, with military protocol, that level of being common is not allowed.
But no, what should I call you though?
Desert Eagle.
You're commander. Who are you commanding?
That's not important.
Come on, man. If you're a commander, I need to know who you're commanding. You got a squad?
Individuals in Georgia.
All right, man. You being too secretive, man.
I said individuals in Georgia.
Nah, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone because it sounds like you got what I said people don't have. You know what I mean? And that's that Navy SEALs thing. That's why you don't want to let us know.
No.
That's right. You don't want to. Moon was talking about we got units to take care of stuff like that. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone.
No, to that kind of stuff I would never speak on air. But let's just say I stay calibrated.
I'm gonna leave you alone because the Moon said we got units to take care of stuff like that, and that must be your unit.
Listen, no.
Y'all be hiding in the bushes in my doghouse or something, man. I don't want time to play with you.
Say that. Yeah. Oh, to that point, let me say this, brothers and sisters. And I know a lot of people don't understand military protocol, and you haven't been to the service and stuff like that or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, we can't engage in this fight without you first being free. And what I mean by that is real simple. And for those of you who've been in the service before, please acknowledge this and let people know that this is for real. When you're in the service and you're about to deploy for a battle situation, not going to a duty station overseas or whatever, but if you're going to a battle situation, if you're going to like a Desert Storm, Bosnia, Croatia, something like that or whatever, your entire life is relieved from you. Everything is power of attorney.
Are you like that with the Black Power movement?
Yes, I am. Let me tell you what I've done. Hold on, let me tell you what I've done. And this is for real. Let me tell you what I've done. When I first started this, I had a life insurance policy. But when I started this, and I said, okay, this is what it's going to be, I even told my people to do it. I got 2 more.
But all you really need is enough money to get new shoes, because all you're doing is marching.
No, listen.
You just need some comfortable shoes.
Hunker, see, this is what I'm saying. You want to in-joke jest.
All right, go ahead. All right,
Listen, what I'm saying is...
But y'all ain't been in no battle, though.
Hold on, Taharka. The thing about it is, okay, for example, when we went to Lafayette, and at the time, not knowing, but just listening, GMJ was like, this is the one. This is the one. I told my people then, don't even go if you don't have your life in order. So, and I told them what the military standard is for mobilizations in these situations. All right, you can't be on a battlefield worrying about who's going to go fund your death, who going to feed your kids, and who going to pay the rent. And stuff. You got to have your life in order. When you have your life in order, you're free to engage. In the military, that's what they did with us. They made sure your entire life is packed up. So when you get on that C-130, you are fully engaged for war. You ain't paying no bills. You ain't paying no rent.
But that's not this, though. Bro,
hold on, stop. The reason why
that's potatoes and radishes, bro.
So, Harker, the reason why I said that is because the truth of the matter, we can talk about all of these policies and organizations, this, that, and other. You know what the truth of the matter is? You know what real deal is? None of this is going to mean anything or ever change until that day comes of a true clash.
I agree.
And you got to be prepared
bro,
for it.
Right now, you're talking about the military and you're talking about the Black Power demonstration. Brother, that's like potatoes and radishes, bro. Those
no,
are
it's not. What are you talking about? It's a readiness. It's
bro,
the preparedness.
But bro, they never. But all they did was march behind lines with police.
Okay, no, that's not all.
No, that's all they did. And whenever we seen them engage with the
brother, you keep. That's what I'm saying. When you speak that way so globally, people would dare believe that the only thing ever done was just march.
That's all we ever seen.
This work's being done in the community by these brothers and sisters out there.
Oh, I know that. I know that. But what I'm talking about I'm talking about the ones that we have seen on the internet. Those are the only ones I'm referring to tonight.
But the problem is, that's what I'm saying. That is not the entire movement. When you do that, you cast this.
All right, which one doing the work in the community so we can highlight them?
Oh, niggas doing work. Amuna's doing work. Ghazi's doing work. Mike Payne is doing work. What?
Let's start with Mike Payne. What he's doing?
It's on social media. I mean, the last time.
You see what you just said? You just said Mike Payne is doing work. Okay.
Meaning he puts the stuff that he's doing in the community.
No, I'm asking you. What do he does? What do he do?
He works in the community.
Like doing what? What specifically?
Specifically, I don't know.
So how can you say he's doing work?
Because I see it on my feed.
Okay, I'm asking you specifically what he does.
I don't know. What I'm saying is like
I'm not doubting that he's doing work, but if I say somebody is doing work, say for instance, I got this guy. Say for instance, let me give you an example. It's a brother. It's a Pan-African. Listen, it's a Pan-Africanist here named Jabari. He brings. Hold up. Pause 1 second. He brings lectures. No. I'm going to give you this example tonight.
I do not do.
So listen, it's a brother here named Jabari. He does lectures here in Baltimore. And when he does these lectures, right? What he does, can you hear me? When he does these lectures, he brings all of the elders in, right? But now outside of these lectures, he actually has a barber school. He owns a barber shop. Not only does he give free haircuts, but he trained the inner city youths into being barbers. This is what he do in the community all the time. You know what I mean? All the time. He give all sorts of events that never make. I tell him all the time, brother, create a channel. He had one, and I'm working with him now so he can highlight this stuff. So I can name specifically what the brother is doing in the community when I say he does work in the community. So I'm asking you specifically, and you said, I don't know. So that doesn't count to say he's doing work if I got to go to Facebook and scroll. You can't vouch for people like that, bro. That makes you look crazy. Once you say somebody is doing work in the community, I say, well, what is he does? And you say, I see it. I don't know. I scroll up Facebook. Like, that ain't work.
The work.
According to you, I'm not saying that he doesn't do work, but you cannot represent that work if you can't be specific what it is.
Brother, I'm not representing nobody else's work. I mean, come on, I ain't gonna take credit for their shit.
No, I'm asking you, but the question was, okay, since we don't want to paint everybody with the wide brush, who is doing work?
Right. Okay, so let me tell you what I know directly. Okay. I do know, I did speak to Amun. I know he's doing some things with some youth, getting them soldierized and teaching them, you know, tactics and things like that in detail and his full scope, whatever. I'm not going to divulge everything he's doing, but I know he's working with some youth. I got another brother, another commander that's up in Tennessee. I mean, he just had a whole kind of military graduation, whatever. I think it was like last month or whatever, for some young guys, for some youth, and teaching them whatever. I'm not going to talk about all of his works and what he's doing, this, that, and other. Again, Ghazi, I know what he's doing with coalition and bringing people together and bringing up statutes and all kind of things that he's doing. Again, I'm not going to get into all the details of his framework, but this is what I know directly. As far as, like I said, with Mike Payne, I always see Mike Payne doing something in the community. It's on Facebook. I just be scrolling when I happen to look at it. I may look at Facebook once every other 4 weeks or something like that. But if it just comes through my feed, I even see you on my feed. I don't pay attention to everything they're doing. It may be just, okay, he's outside doing something, whatever. That's it. But I haven't talked to Mike Payne directly.
I want to show you one thing before we get out of here, because we're going to be back again. I'm bringing all y'all back. That's right. We're going to get this right. That's you are. That's you are. Look, do you know how many people in here were agents? You can't see this picture, can you? Or you can see on your phone. Do you know how many people in this video is agents? I can pick out 2 off the break.
You know, I hate to do this to Harker. I'm gonna show you something right quick. I'll be right back.
The reason why.
Hold on. Get that together. I'm gonna show you something right quick. I'll be right back.
So the reason why I point out these things, because it's just imperative that we know that this is so disorganized that it doesn't make sense. That there's no way they're going to liberate a people. There's no way that they're going to free a people. There's no way that they are going to even compete in battle with any opposition with this type of confusion. It's impossible. So it can only be one thing. It can only be a distraction. And many of the distractions that we see is led by no other than Malik Zulu Shabazz, Paris. These are where the distraction comes from. Whether people choose to admit it or not, Malik has been the source of the distraction for years. 4 years. No one wants to seem to admit it. No one seems to want to admit it, that he's been the distraction for years. And everybody is following in the footsteps of this distraction. And this is what COINTEL does. This is what infiltration does. It creates a pattern that people can follow. And once they begin to follow that pattern, they begin to go off the cliff. And while everybody is going off the cliff over here, they are doing their business over there. So the oppressor continues to oppress with the help of the distraction. This is the same thing that I've said about Tariq Nasheed, and the same thing about Malik Zulu Shabazz, and the other ones that come behind them will be the same exact way. They will cause these distractions, this controlled opposition, and once this controlled opposition is in full swing, it takes on a life of its own. It takes on a life of its own. And we will be following these distractions, even if giving it attention on Morse World TV or giving it attention in defense of it. We'll become distracted by it. And guess what? The oppressor be moving on a whole nother level. And we'll be making excuses for these distractions. And they're just distractions. But let me let my brother take us out. It's 12:51, and we went long than what I thought. So I want you to finish your whole thought this time. I ain't going to cut you off again. That's right. This is the Commander Dean show. I'm playing. Go ahead, brother.
You know, one of the things is about being in something like this, it's exhausting. I've heard from a couple of leaders. They told me one of the things to expect in the roundabout way is the disappointment. And I'm gonna tell you like this, you know, y'all can hear these discussions and people could comment and stuff like that, especially the people who ain't even doing nothing and just want to critique. I get it. You know, unless you're part of it, you wouldn't understand a lot of it. I've met good people, man. I mean, great, stellar people in this work. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing. You know, I lived my life as a criminal for the first half of it. I literally plagued my people with wrongdoings. And for me to put myself in a position where now, because of my own guilt, because of the things that I did when I was a reckless young man in the past and didn't have anything to live for, you know, I finally resurrected to the place where I see the value of my people and I want to give back. And it's crazy because the very people that you're trying to serve, all they want to do is they want to poke, they want to make fun, they want to, you know, all these jokes and senseless immaturity. You know, for those of you who are in Black and you came out and you still coming out, whether you part of Sisters of the Underground or Pan Sock or Fred Hampton Gun Club, Elmo Geronimo Pratt, whatever, Anubis, whatever, I salute you because you're able to come out and stand out while all these other cowards, they want to critique you. They want to make fun of you, but they can't be you because they ain't got the heart like you. So keep on standing, keep on doing what you're doing. Are we a perfect work? Absolutely not. But we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to just keep on doing what we got to do. You know, some people want to like it, some people are not. And it's very disappointing. You know, I got people on this platform talking all kind of stuff. And for those of you who want to know, I'm in Georgia. I'm Decatur, Lithonia. If you really want it, hit me up. Get on my social media, DM me. We could get it on. Hands of hardware, however you want it. But don't disrespect me and think that I'm that guy. Because my past record, if you really looked at it, you will see that I am very well versed in causing harm. So please don't put yourself in that position with me. I don't want to do this to my people. I'd rather reserve all of those things that I learned in incorrupt fashion to be used for the enemy, not my people. It's sad that my own people want to ridicule those who want to serve like me because you want to critique something that you don't even have the heart to do. So for those of you who are in service, keep on. And you know what? Again, sorry, not sorry. The hell with you fuck niggas, you cowards. Meet me anywhere. My people will tell you, desert don't run. Ask around South Suicide, Queens. Desert don't run. Saladin don't run. Do your investigation. St. Dominic's group home. I don't run. I'm with the shits. So I brought that to the table to be of service to my people for those who oppress us. I'm willing. Anytime. So the rest of you, keep on. And some of you may say, well, Desert, why did you go down that road? I'm tired. I'm disgusted. It gets to a point where, you know, enough is enough. And this is why in history, some of us had to be killed by us. Because you silly niggas are just in the way. You fuck niggas, you cowards, you just in the way. You want to critique everything, but you ain't got the heart and balls to do it as we do. So what, we ain't got it right. One day we possibly would. And guess what? Your punk ass is going to benefit. Because if we finally break through and make something and create something, your punk ass is going to benefit or be there with your hand out
So,
brother, how you gonna cuss out the people you're serving?
No, I'm saying for the people who got a problem.
But these the same people that you're serving though. You can't cuss out the people that
I
you're
didn't
serving.
say the people. No. There's a distinction.
You can't pick and choose who you serve. Everybody benefits from your service.
Taharkabey, see, you like to twist. I'm not twisting it. See, there's people that you're glad to serve, but then there's the others that you're trying to help, and they got nothing but negativity.
Brother, when you go into the military, you don't pick and choose who you save when you fighting the cause of the United States government. Huh?
Let me tell you, yes, we do.
No, you don't. Listen to what I'm saying. No. Listen. I don't think you're hearing me. When you go into the military, it's to protect the United States of America. You don't get to choose whether it's somebody in Texas, whether it's somebody under the bridge.
I didn't say choose people.
So
that's why the oath says to protect those, to defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. There's enemies amongst us.
This is what I say.
Our people.
This is what I'm saying. When the United States send you off, you say get in that ship.
Enemies amongst us.
That ain't what we. No, bro.
Those people who
the
are
social media, those are not your enemies. Comment section is not your enemies, are they?
I didn't say this. It ain't about this comment section alone.
They love you.
About these sucker ass niggas
no,
in here.
we love you. You are our brother.
About these niggas in here.
We love you. You are our brother.
No, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. You cool with me, but you got some fuck niggas in your shit. You already know. I will fly them in first class, put them up in a fucking.
Why would you do all that though?
Listen, man, because
why don't you save that? Why don't you go get Zimmerman real quick?
Listen, man, dude, I don't know where Zimmerman's at.
But you ready to fly first class to get somebody on an internet chat?
Listen, dude.
Just go get Zimmerman real quick.
Listen, man. Listen.
Let me leave my brother alone.
I'm flawed by design, and one of those things about me, I was a kick-ass dude. All right, so it sparks.
But go get Zimmerman though.
I just. What do you mean go get Zimmerman? Come on, man. That's like saying go get the dude who shot Malcolm. I mean, come on, this broad and
no. I'm Zimmerman. He's in Florida. He a few states above
He ain't even in Florida no more.
Where he at?
They say he been left Florida. He's somewhere in the Midwest.
But you don't even know who is behind one of these chat comments, and you worked up. Cryptonomics, mama ain't name him Cryptonomics. And you getting worked up.
I don't care if his name was fuck nigga number one. I just want to see him.
But no, go see what's the name first.
No, see, you know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. So you can't have a platform where you want to engage intelligently, and you got people that represent your platform to come at your guests disrespectfully, and then when they check them, you say, "Oh no, go set somebody else."
No.
Because they represent you.
Yeah, but this what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You have to understand that this is not the nightly news at 9 with Sharon Koval. This is social media. This is not that.
I'm not. Listen, what I'm saying is, dude. What I'm saying is, you know what it is.
Now I don't want Crip coming knocking at your back door while you talking down. Look behind you. Look behind you. He behind you.
He ain't behind me. Listen, anybody that comes over here, they're gonna come by flesh and leave in the spirit. All right.
Look right behind you. You look over your shoulder. Y'all still peep over his shoulder.
Man, people on my shoulder. I was looking at somebody else.
Yeah, I'm just playing with you. Let me stop. I'm just playing with you. Let me tell you something, man. Brother Desert Storm. That's my man.
Taharkabey, listen. Real simple, brother. Real simple.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna let you have the last word.
Real simple. All right. It's a principle thing. All right. It's just a principle thing. In all truth, man, I put this on my son. I don't want to live that life anymore where I brought harm on my people like I used to. But the problem that I have is very difficult when you live the life of shutting that kind of nonsense down and then people doing that. Now, every time I'm on your platform, that happens. And see, the thing is it's like I'm not going to sit there, like even my diabetic condition that I suffered last year, people making fun of that. that's an automatic slap up. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you for real? You know, people in my family died from that. I could have died from that. And they want to poke joke Dr. Sugar. Oh, he can't be no soldier. He got diabetes. I will fuck you up.
Bro, we got to cut this, bro. You going to get my channel. Right,
you know what I'm saying, man? I don't play those games.
Bro, so with that being said,
and for whoever you are, sister, say, yes, I'm in Lithonia. You want to meet me?
All my money is
let me answer that. Let me tell you. I'm for real with mine. I'm telling you, man, I don't play these games, man.
He don't play the games, family.
I don't play these games, especially talking about my health. I could have died. You know what I'm saying? People
all my money is
let me answer that. Let me tell you. And see, these aren't blacks. Those are the fucking niggas that I'm talking about.
Family, we're gonna have to disrupt this show right now. Because when you yell into the YouTube like that, you definitely will get your channel removed. You can't. I mean, I don't mind the cursing per se. I don't accept it. That ain't my thing. You know what I mean? But when you yell in there like that, you know what I mean, you definitely asking for trouble. You know what I mean? You're definitely asking for trouble. We don't own the platform. Let's see if the commander can come out and take us out with some good words of inspiration. Commander, the floor is yours.
As I told you before, Taharka, I apologize because I've always, me and you have a rapport that I respect, and this is your platform, and I apologize, but brother, you got to police your people, man, for that. Stop disrespecting your guests.
The thing is that this is social media, bro. I'm not doing that. You know, you've been here many a times. You know how I go.
Taharka. When you start talking about somebody's health condition that is dangerous, that crosses the line. No different from when you heard Talib talking all of that, suck this, that, and other stuff. You even said that crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. But this is a comment section in the chat section. These are
listen.
These are the citizens.
Again, random people, I understand. They don't know me. I'm talking about the people who got the blue wrenches that you have representing your
Those
channel.
my firing squad, though.
Your firing squad could get fired on. All right? I'm so serious.
Man, you can't hate my firing squad, man. Steven X, that's my man.
Listen, man.
Candy, that's my sis.
They can get fired on.
Crip, that's my main man. Man, not Crip, man. You can't, not Crip. Not Steven X.
It would do Crip a good thing for his life.
Not Black Girls Read. Those my peoples, man.
Listen. Let's just go ahead and punctuate this with some level of savage positivity, because I'm going to just tell you like this. You know, I'm going to just say the movement ain't dead. You can make all the critique you want. There's good people doing good things. I support them. I love them. And if they ever call me, I'm there for them. I have a track record of always being there for any time anybody want to just need me. All right. And I'm gonna stay.
Are we gonna do this again?
I would love to do it live.
I
would like on stage and have all your mods there. Have all your mods there.
Man, you can't beat everybody. You do know that, right?
Dude, I'm not super nigga, but I'm real calibrated, boy. I'm with it.
This guy,
man. I'm with it, man.
But let me get out of here, man. It's 1 o'clock, bro. You always give a long conversation, bro.
Nigga, you ask the questions.
I like it though. I like it. I love it. I just hope I didn't offend you anyway when you go back and watch, because I do joke a lot. I joke a lot.
Listen, a lot of people are going to see this and they're going to have an opinion of this.
But you know I joke a lot. Everybody that know me know I joke a lot. But I don't mean no offense to you or anybody that I bring on my show, man. I joke a lot. You know what I mean? Because some of this stuff is laugh worthy. It is.
The only thing I'm going to say to that is just this last point. Is when you have these conversations and you want to have something, I guess you could say spirited and engaging, it has to have it like for people who engage and watch your platform for this level of duration, it has to be worthwhile. And
it is
and
though.
Outside the banter and stuff like that, it's the points. and I told you this one of the first times I met you. I get it, and you're getting better, but you have to let people finish their point.
Okay, you're right. I'm gonna work on that.
You are passionate about your stance on things, and whatever. It's like no matter what somebody say, if they even hear them going in a direction that disagrees with the
right.
supposition you come to, you're gonna cut them off.
I'm gonna do better, Commander. Okay. But I appreciate you, brother. I got to get out of here. Let me talk to the people, brother. Brother, I'm going to talk to you on the other side. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
get at me, Crip.
So that's the Commander family. That's the Commander.
Get at me, Crip. Punk ass.
Oh, my goodness, Commander.
I had to.
Come on, Commander. With that being said, family.
But I'm serious. But I'm dead serious.
Okay, Commander.
I am. I was so serious.
All right, Commander. I'm about to get out of here with this.
Bang. I'm so serious.
All right. Anyway, family. Oh, man. So, family, that was the Commander. That was the Commander, family. But you know what I did accomplish from this stream? Thank you. Thank you to the Commander. Let me thank the Commander first and foremost. But let me tell you what I accomplished from this screen, this stream. Hold on, let me get my thing together first, real quick. One of the things that I accomplished. Hey. What is this here? Throw that away. Bam. Let me show you something that I accomplished from this screen. I'm working on something. Hold up. No, I'm gonna move that now. So look, let me tell you something that I accomplished from this stream. One thing that I accomplished with this stream is I was able to bring somebody in an interview. A lot of times when I use this new software, I always go back to use StreamYard because it's hard for me to bring people in with this type of software. So I figured it out today. And I want to thank the Commander for helping me because behind the scenes, it took me about 30 minutes to learn how to do this. You know what I mean? So, so he's the Commander. He Commander. But family, I think this was a pretty a pretty decent ride. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I mean? I think he answered every question to the best of his ability. I think we got our laugh on. I think we got our seriousness on. Like I just think we covered all bases. So with that being said, family, I'm tired now. Y'all tired? I'm tired, man. I'm tired. This was a good one. I'm going to watch this or listen to this tomorrow while I'm working. I don't know how long we've been in here, but man, I'm tired. And we've been here 3 hours. And I usually don't do streams like that, but for the sake of the Commander, we did 3 hours tonight, man. Shout out to the Commander. That's right, family. Shout out to the Commander. That's right.
All my money is
Let me come on, man.
all my money is
Let me answer that.
Come on, man.
So, family, I'm going to get out of here. I'm tired now. Good goodness and gracious, family. And as I always like to say, family, I'm the king of this YouTube. Ain't worried about you dudes. Ain't nothing that you do to make me care. But I pray to Allah, you don't take me there. See, I'm the type to get in front this mic and sacrifice. Alright, you the type to get in front the mic and hope you get some likes. I used to back the thing that go bang bang and boom. Today my brain cells is a fully